Alright, what kind of music has Mr. KEIGHLEY got us listening to tonight? It's pretty alright. Not bad, not bad. As I continue to move my chair around here. Whoa. Whoa. Alrighty. Summer Games Fest! Everyone's favorite celebration of all things advertising, I guess. Yeah, so we're kicking off in 10 minutes. This is the kind of like main show, for lack of a better term. I think that's kind of what's interesting about Summer Games Fest compared to E3, is that there was all these separate little things at E3. It's like, here's Microsoft, here's Ubisoft, here's Sony. You still have all of that, but there was no kind of like main E3 show. You know what I mean? That's kind of exclusive to Summer Games Fest. And it also means that this show is, like, by its nature, kind of less predictable as to what you're going to get. So I don't have too many, like, predictions for this. I'm just kind of like, I hope we see some cool stuff. I just hope all the teams have fun. I hope all the gamers, you know, I hope everyone gets something nice in this. By virtue of the fact that, because it doesn't have the baggage of being like, okay, this is Sony's stream, and I want Sony to show X, Y, Z, because you don't have that baggage, you know, I think this is the most potential to kind of surprise you and pleasantly surprise you. They have said ahead of time, Mortal Kombat 1 gameplay, I believe Alan Wake 2 gameplay, some variety of Fortnite thing, I can't remember exactly what, some variety of Fortnite thing, and then everything else I suppose will be a mystery. So yeah, I mean, I thought it kind of seems like I kind of feel like I'm the high man on the PlayStation 1. It seems like the reception was generally kind of mixed. I thought the PlayStation 1 was really good. I mean, it was like I was saying in the run-up to the PlayStation 1 a few weeks ago, though. I just feel like people worked themselves up into this idea that they were going to show Last of Us multiplayer, they were going to show Wolverine, and I thought there was plenty of fun stuff at the Sony one. So I think Summer Games Fest has been okay so far. Even though this upcoming stream here has the biggest potential to surprise, the one I'm just most actually amped up about is the Xbox One on Sunday. For all the reasons other people have talked about, it's just the spotlight is like on Xbox now, and I realize like winning E3 and shit like that doesn't actually matter, but I feel like even Xbox themselves, with that like recent Phil Spencer interview, I think they know they have to come out, you know, fucking swinging and have an incredible showing this weekend. Xbox needs to have their "we're so back" moment. You know what I mean? They need to have that, because god damn, it feels like they've been having "it's so over" moments for kind of this entire generation, which is I don't mean it to sound harsh, but it's been kind of like one whiff after another. I feel like the only reason I have really been enjoying, people like me have enjoyed having an Xbox so far this generation, because I'm the type of loser who will play all the weird little indie shit on Game Pass. If you don't care about that stuff, I mean, this generation has been terrible so far. So here's pulling for Xbox. Obviously, that's Sunday, and we will be watching that, obviously. Oh, yeah. So I don't know if I mentioned that on stream, actually, as Zig points out in the chat. Xbox put out a graphic immediately after the PlayStation showcase, which is basically, wow, it was pretty clever. It was pretty cheeky. It was taking a page from the PlayStation playbook when they did the old here's how you trade games on PlayStation 4 or whatever that video was. Xbox tweeted out a graphic going, wow, look at all these games coming to Xbox, and it was literally everything except Spider-Man. So like almost everything that PlayStation showed was not PlayStation exclusive, which I thought was a funny way to do it. You know, so Xbox is certainly not going to have no games in the near future, but I think everyone's looking for these consoles to get some good exclusives and to also get some next gen exclusives. You know what I mean? But yeah, Xbox is kind of the one with the most intrigue going into it. I'm also intrigued for Ubisoft, but in kind of like morbid kind of reasons, because I feel like there's going to be at least one game on the Ubisoft stream on Monday that I feel like is technically going to be a re-reveal or like a relaunch. Like, I'm getting ahead of myself here because this isn't until Monday. But my prediction for the Ubisoft one is that they will re-reveal Skull and Bones and they will put an official date on it. I think they will do that. That's I feel like that's not playing the odds very well. I feel like the smart money tells you not to bet on Skull and Bones, but Ubisoft have so many games that are like stalled right now, you know what I mean? I wouldn't put any money on that fucking Prince of Persia thing showing back up anytime soon. I don't know if that's ever going to come out. But yeah. Like most people, I would make the assumption that there will be some variety of Hideo Kojima thing at Summer Games Fest. You know, Jeff is a Kojima guy. It was a safe bet to say he might show up at this before they announced Metal Gear Solid 3. But as I think I said during the PlayStation Showcase, I'm like, I'm expecting a little bit of a jab, probably from Jeff, because I feel like he probably takes it more personally than Kojima. It wouldn't stun me if he makes some kind of passive-aggressive, welcome to Summer Games Fest, where we show games from the auteurs who made, you know what I mean? Some passive-aggressive, you know, you can't release a game without the brain behind it. That wouldn't shock me. They put out that Kojima trailer for that documentary about him, which I have less than zero interest in watching. And also they have announced Death Stranding too. I guess they could show something for that. I gave Death Stranding a go a couple of months ago at this stage, and it went straight into the I quietly respect this, but it's not for me pile. It's cool, but I just couldn't commit to it. It's just not my type of thing. It would be so funny if Beyond Good and Evil came out and was just completely unrecognizable. It was definitely speculation, but I love like Jeff Gerstmann's speculation that Ubisoft must have put every bad trend piece of bullshit into that game over the last few years, and they keep pulling it out, and that's why it never gets shown or released, because they had that Joseph Gordon-Levitt thing where they wanted people to submit art for free, and they're like, if we like it, we'll use it. That was great. And then they walked that back, and then his speculation was, is there any chance they had some kind of blockchain bullshit in it? And then they pulled that out. And is there any chance right now they have some AI bullshit in it? I would say there's a non-zero chance of that, even though it's probably not true. But god damn, yeah, it comes out, it's like a fucking extraction shooter with like a battle pass, and you know, all the Ubisoft cinematic universe characters are in there. You've got 6 different Assassin's Creed guys. It's a multiverse game, you know. Oh dear. Yeah, I heard all the talk about Death Stranding, and then when it was free on Epic Game Store, I was like, I am going to try this. I loved it at first. I got a couple hours in, and I kind of hit that wall, and I was kind of pleasantly surprised I got as far into it as I did. I was like, there is something here, but not for me. I'm also a person who actually I went slightly longer with Breath of the Wild, but I had a similar experience where I was like, I don't like this. Oh wait, no, actually I do like this. I'm not going to finish it, but I don't hate it. Do you know what I mean? That was my conclusion on Breath of the Wild, and also Death Stranding. Oh, Dave is stopping by. Are you here from your? I thought you were waiting on train. I like the idea that you were in the train station watching this with no headphones, and everyone's like, "What the fuck is that guy watching over there?" There will be highly emotional takes. I'm gonna, as always, if you've been here before for one of these watch-alongs, we're gonna try and crank out as many YouTube faces as we can. You know, when they roll out Chapter 37 of Fortnite, I'm just gonna be like, you know, a little bit of that. They did, it's actually on the title of this video. There's some kind of Fortnite thing coming on this stream. 10 seconds till launch, by the way. Fortnite Wilds. I have less than zero clue what that is. Even amongst my circle of pals, including our Game of the Year circle with Dave in the chat, I am the Fortnite guy, but I don't like religiously follow Fortnite updates. I don't really care about it. I just think it's a neat game, you know. Crack open a beverage, boys. We're getting started. Happy Thursday.
Please welcome to the stage the creator of the Game Awards.
It's 21
Jeff
motherfucking degrees in
KEIGHLEY.
Ireland. I'm sick of it. They would put Chris Benoit in Fight Forever. Those disgusting, exploitative bastards at Ukes and AEW.
Welcome to Summer Game Fest.
Oh, sweet nectar.
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games for you. We are live here in Los Angeles at YouTube Theater, and it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience.
Oh, is this the first one since COVID?
First time ever. Welcome, everybody.
We beat it, everyone. We fucking beat it. Now we can go to in-person trailer reveals.
From a spare bedroom, I never imagined
Humanity is
it
so
would grow
excessive.
into this. Today, the video game industry has come together to show you what's next. This is
any audio
cross-industry
issues, too high, too low,
meaning
anything
no
like that,
matter
just give me
where
a
you
shout
play
and I will
games,
adjust
I
here
hope
on the
you'll
fly.
discover a new game to put on your wish list. The landscape of video game events has certainly changed over the past few years, but one thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games in development, and our singular goal today is to get you excited about the future.
I need it, Jeff, brother. I'm pretty down on video games right now. Please give me some positivity.
Mortal Kombat 1.
Oh, here we go. All right, now. You're speaking my language, Jeff. Let's go.
It delivers, don't worry. Alan Wake 2.
Let's go,
the
boys.
reveal of Fortnite's next season.
Woo!
And yes, we do have a very special grand finale that you're not going to want to miss. That's all I'll say right now.
If it's Death Stranding 2, I'm
Let's
going to
get
be
right
so
to the
annoyed.
games and gameplay. The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting. Here we go.
As always with these things, I'm fingers crossed for one, and it's launching today. Is this a new 2D Prince of Persia? Ah, they did it!
Our kingdom is cursed. The prince has been kidnapped.
Holy shit, they were like, we're really
Taken
sorry,
to a
we're fucking up
forbidden
that
land.
remake. Here's a new 2D. How long have people been
All
asking for a new
us,
2D Prince of
the
Persia?
immortals,
Holy shit.
To rescue him and save the empire. But we weren't prepared for what was coming
Jeff,
next.
you've gone and done it, sir.
Then again, they weren't prepared for me.
I like the new design. For Ubisoft's sake, please let this game come out. Please let this game come out and come out soon. We can't have any more Ubisoft games that are announced and they just live on Steam database.db or whatever the fuck forever. This looks fucking cool, man. Yeah, every trailer having to have this type of music in it is a little bit annoying, but I'll take it. That's just marketing. That's just the way things are marketed these days. I'll take it. I'll take it.
In these times of darkness, hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting.
I do love those
I will
PS2
fulfill my
Prince of Persia
destiny
games.
and save the kingdom.
Like a lot of people, I was all about that franchise when... Hell yeah. Awesome. Oh, okay, that's kind of far away, but 6 months, yeah, I'll take it, I'll take it. It's not coming soon, which is what you
There's
don't
a
want to
little
see.
surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024.
Dave, do not say the word
brand new
psyop in this chat
action-adventure
during a trailer
platformer
stream,
in the
unless
iconic
it's
series with
the
deep combat,
event
some
happening.
huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming, puzzles, and animation, bringing a modern take on the legendary franchise. You'll be able to see more at Ubisoft Forward, streaming on Monday as part of Summer Game Fest. All right, let's move along to another iconic video game franchise that just celebrated 30 years. That's right. It's time for Mortal Kombat 1.
I just finished replaying 11 and the DLC.
Couldn't keep you waiting on this one.
I love Mortal
It
Kombat.
has
I
been
love the
4
current run of
years
Mortal
since
Kombat games.
MK11, and ever since, Ed Boon and the team at NetherRealm have been hard at work on the most ambitious MK yet.
Yeah, Keighley looking very Seth Rollins with the blazer. You're not wrong.
And it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the new cameo fighters work? Well,
Are these
now
questions about
it
Fight
is
Forever?
time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities.
Let's go, boys. I want some absolutely grotesque
Let's do it.
mutilation. The fatalities in the reveal trailer were a little bit nauseating, I have to be honest.
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight.
This game is next gen, well, current gen only. PS5, no PS4. Oh. An Xbox Series console. But funnily enough, it is still coming to Switch, which is funny.
Proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
Whoa. Oh, God. That is so... Oh, this must be the cameo system. Okay. These camera angles are pretty crazy.
Enough. Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this looks like the type of people you'd come across in an online match in Mortal Kombat. They're just doing all this shit to you, and I'm like, which one's block?
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
Young jabroni Raiden! Holy shit! Little pissant Raiden! I think I mentioned this on another stream. I've never enjoyed the Raiden character. I think that trope in fantasy of this genre, always bores me. Oh, seeing him as a little... Oh!
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
Goro, nice. I think Goro is in the cameo category, but he's not playable as an actual fighter, I'm fairly sure. And this game looks nice as well. That didn't go without saying. Wait, are these like tag team? Can you use the cameo fighters to do like tag team X-ray moves?
Finish him.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh. Oh, good Lord. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Pre-order to get Shang Tsung pisses me off, but we won't get into that.
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys?
Yeah, it seems like they're splitting the difference
I'm
well
sure
between
being
able to bounce off other characters, but not making it a tag game. That is interesting.
Fest, one of our industry's
God
greatest
damn, that
creators,
looked cool.
a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon.
I've never actually. What happened with him and what's his face? Bias. I think you'll find Mr. Ed Boon is the co-creator of Mortal Kombat, sir. I know they had a falling out. I don't know what the particulars
They love
were
you.
of that.
All right, well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1. And everyone just wants to know more about this because first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into like, a fire god, right? And he created a brand new universe. And this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these characters you've seen before, but they're told in a completely different story.
Yeah, I like that.
Sub-Zero
I like
and Scorpion are brothers now, and there's all these things that were rivalries before are now allies. And
at the end of the day, they did reboot this series 10 years ago. Like
that's what the 1 is for.
Doing another reboot, I'm glad that they're saying, okay, we're
Everything
changing the characters, though. We're not keeping them the exact same. That's good. Let's get a fresh spin. As much as I love MK, let's get a fresh take on it.
The thing we got to talk about are these cameos because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You obviously you have your sort of
movie. Is that
your
the
main
Scuttlebutt
character that you'll pick, and then I know
maybe
you
that's
also
the main
have
event?
A separate kind of cameo menu. So you pick sort of a pair when you start the game.
Yeah, normally in a fighting game you'll
Kenshi,
see
let's fucking go.
a roster basically, where you select your character.
So cool.
After you do that, there's a second roster of characters, which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are the cameo fighters, and these fighters actually they will join the fight. But they,
a lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. So you can you can basically combine these two characters. All the characters can be combined with all the cameo fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing. The best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in gameplay, you have your main, you have your cameo. How do you?
Oh my God, that transition from the character select to the fight.
It's not a tag team thing, right?
I wish they kept that gameplay on screen for that. That was
summoning
sick.
them. It's just one button push is basically summoning, but they have a variety. So you can go, push that button with towards, and it'll do a different move. Push it with down, it'll do a different move. And so the combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo. Almost.
Exactly. And you see, there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but
the presentation in these games
you can
and
call them
Injustice
pretty
as
much
well
whenever you
is
want.
So good.
And they have, like in the middle
menus,
of a combo,
the character kind of interactions, before
basically
the matches
a whole
and stuff.
arsenal of their
It's
moves.
So
Sonya
good.
will come out there. Sometimes you'll see them appear twice in there.
Like that's why, aside from all the ridiculous gore, that's why this is the franchise enjoyed by the normies.
Different set of characters
like me,
in
who
the cameos.
don't really play
some
fighting
repeats
games.
from the main roster. How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. So you can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right? Same thing with Scorpion. But a lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro
was in there.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So there's a lot of like kind of really digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting, we really love the novelty of it. We really want the cameo characters to feel, kind of nod to the old games.
Well, speaking of not the old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or at least knowing that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as Johnny Cage, right? Is that true? That was, people don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge first full circle moment. The first Mortal Kombat game, we originally wanted to be Van Damme, the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. We were this close, like 4 or 5 times. And so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices, too. Wow. Well, so you're going to hear John Claude.
He's not working a lot these days, is he?
Let's
be honest.
Well, I know
the calendar isn't exactly
so hard
full.
In Chicago to build this through COVID, and it's coming out
as it was
September,
during,
so not long, right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years. And so, but
that's a coup from Street Fighter.
We could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it.
We'll never get Street Fighter
throughout the summer. We're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more characters.
Street Fighter seems to have hitched their wagon to
cameo
Tekken
characters.
now, which seems like a
so there's a lot of reveals.
Mutually beneficial arrangement.
Ed,
for
thank you so much
franchises.
for giving us the first look at MK1. As you said, this weekend people will be playing it, press and media, so we'll be seeing lots more coverage, lots more characters
we'll
to
probably
reveal
never
on the
get
main
another
roster and
Mortal
cameos.
Kombat versus DC.
Ed Boon,
that
thank you
first
so
one
much.
was such a
First look at Mortal
disaster.
Kombat. Awesome. Thanks. Amazing. So excited about that one. All right. Next up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly fantastic. Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games, who have faithfully been updating and patching the original PoE since its release in 2013.
Any Path of Exile
we haven't
heads in the
seen
chat?
anything on the sequel in over 2 years, but that changes right now. Here is your first look at a raw gameplay capture from Path of Exile 2, a sequel that pushes the engine and gameplay to a new level.
Yeah, my understanding is people who are into Path of Exile are fucking into it. You know what I mean? But I suppose that's where the Diablo comparison comes in.
Hey you! What's going on?
Well, that's a lot of enemies. Wow. Oh wow, they keep coming. Jeff earning some good brownie points so far because it's been gameplay so far. Thank you, Jeff, for giving the people what they want. I am also kind of waiting for Diablo to go on Warcraft. I hate corporate mergers, but I do wish Microsoft owned Xbox for that reason. It is just not in my budget to plonk down for Diablo right now. It's really not. That seemed like a very small snippet of gameplay, but that looked alright. Again, I don't think I've really ever played anything in that genre, so that's
last week marked the release of Street Fighter 6, a game we featured last year at Summer Game Fest. Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Street Fighter DLC already? I guess that makes sense. Another game that I'm actually really itching. I'm not a Street Fighter guy, but I am itching to play this game. But again, you know, it's the old budget. I got a summer holiday to save up for. You know, I got a fucking Wembley trip to save up for. What? What is going on in this game? Fucking Street Fighter Battle Royale. Street Fighter Extraction Shooter? What is going on in this trailer? Oh, okay. Exoprimal came out, didn't it? Oh, no, sorry. Next month. Okay, next month. Okay. Wait, whoa, Exoprimal's Game Pass?
I'm guessing Ryu,
sick, I did not know that.
Facing off against a dinosaur probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter cross Exoprimal.
Why are they not just calling it Dino Crisis?
Coming out on July 14th.
Why are they not making a Dino Crisis?
That may actually not be the craziest collaboration on the show today.
That ship has sailed. That ship has sailed. Let's move on. Let's move on from Dino Crisis.
There's nothing more powerful than imagination.
New Dead by
fabric of
this is the Nick Cage Dead by Daylight.
Transforming everything you may think you know.
Okay, yeah, there he is. That's a decent Nick Cage model. Was that a leak? I thought that was announced. I guess that was a leak, and now that's it confirmed.
That's right. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by Daylight in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen, but I figured the easiest way to find out is probably to go right to the source.
Are they gonna get Nick Cage?
This man's bold creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades of incredible films. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest, Nicolas Cage!
Oh, he looks great! Oh, what a pair of blazers on these brothers. Hell yeah.
Nick, I gotta say, welcome to the video game world.
Oh, wow, yeah, thank you. I'm
Man's
so
dressed like an After Eight.
Invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say, this is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration.
King.
I gotta understand how
a
did
king.
This come back? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite. Maybe he'll be in a Hideo
Good
Kojima
Lord.
game. But Dead
Good
by
Lord.
Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum of horror, right? And when
Get
I
the man
make
a piano.
movies, one
Come
of
on
my
now.
favorite
Come on, Nick,
genres
sit down.
is horror. And in this, and in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing. And she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay. That's what, yeah, I mean, that's what's fun is you're playing one of the survivors in this game, and it's cool that, you know, it really is this Museum of Horror, Michael Myers, you said all these different characters all coming together. And you play yourself, or who do you play?
So I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage.
Okay, so we're doing unbearable weight in game form. Okay, hell
he's
yeah.
He's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up.
He's
in the
loving
fog.
this. Holy shit, what a promo.
And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing.
No disrespect,
and
Ed
there's
Boon, but
something
you've been showing
about
up.
it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your three other teammates who are survivors with you, and it's teamwork. You're working together to pull through, and I like that. And so that was
him as a survivor, not a killer, is odd. But I guess
that feeling of bonding with.
It's a good thing to make a cool character as survivor to incentivize that. My experience with these games and Friday the 13th is always. People quit and get super disappointed when they don't get the killer.
Cage survivor, I even
If
have
they make
when
a
you're
cool
choosing your
character,
skins, I even say, always remember to dress to match your talent. I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the scream to the grunt, down to the most minimal, exasperated expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right.
Yes, give it up.
Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean, this is so fun. This game, as you said, is such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game
Somebody
world?
very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast, and that really put the hook in, pun intended. See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for new adventures. So this to me was like, wow, I can make a whole new audience,
like,
a whole new
even showing up
audience
to this thing is
and branch
impressive, but
out and
he's
go on
giving
this
it
Dead by Daylight
gusto up
adventure.
there,
I
man.
didn't
He's
say-
like,
it
I'm
took me
hyped
nothing
for
but a
this.
split second to say yes. And speaking about split seconds, what excuse me, what I noticed, excuse me, sinuses, allergies. What I noticed was that every move you make when you're doing this, when you're in the gaming space, it's timed down to the split second. It's a very immersive experience when you're acting out in this space, because every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games. So
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
That was great.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go. Lock it in.
That's got to be like top 5 celebrity appearances at an E3/E3 adjacent event ever, because they're usually
the chapter officially
fucking
comes
dreadful.
out on July 25th on
That was
PC
great.
and console.
That was
The
great.
PC players can try it earlier by downloading the player test build on July 5th. And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage in Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, Kojima's approaching Nick Cage as we speak. Would you like to be in Death Stranding 2? I'm not sure I've ever played this game. It's possible I have and I'm not remembering. I certainly didn't get into it. I have never really gotten into any of these like asymmetrical multiplayer things. I gave Friday the 13th a go for a while, but when I was trying to get into it, it was still broken. And they just announced today that game is being delisted, actually, so lost its
Anything
license.
goes here at Summer Game Fest. All right, thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations, but back in 2019, The Witcher on Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential of well-done adaptations, and later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Hello, Witcher fans. We are all gathered here today.
Couldn't get into that show. I thought it was pretty dry.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3. Volume 1 Volume 1 debuts on June 29th, only on Netflix.
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for Season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in to the Summer Games Fest and enjoy the trailer.
Yes, what's his face? Cavill is leaving after this season, and I think they've they've cast some Hemsworth for it, not Chris, another one, one of the other Hemsworth that's always running around. Some kind of creative differences, or there was conflicting stories.
I've been keeping you alive.
Cavill has a rep for being a massive nerd who would care about things like honoring the source material, and I think that was the first story that came out, that he was leaving because they weren't doing that. And then I think there's been subsequent reports where it's like, I don't think they wanted to work with him anymore. I feel like we're kind of always on the cusp of hearing a story that's like, Henry Cavill is a fucking nightmare to work with.
Well, that's deeply
That's
worrying.
purely me speculating on his vibe. You know what I mean? But I think the official story that was going around is that he did not want to work based on changes they were making to the material.
I mean, she's at the center of it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a PC building, figure painting nerd, so I wouldn't be shocked if he was like,
Sure about this?
a tough day at the office, shall we say. He's making a Warhammer movie? Yeah, I believe it's Liam Hemsworth they replaced him with. Yeah, I watched about half of this season 1, and I was like,
History has a way of repeating
not
itself.
doing it for me.
The dangers we've seen foretell an even more menacing future.
It is funny, all the Netflix stuff that has died a death and been gutted after 1 or 2 seasons. This is still going. Looks like it's still going with a big budget, and obviously, with the news that they recast him, we know they're getting at least 1 more season because they're going to bother of recasting Geralt.
Is that so?
These days, pretty impressive for a Netflix show. They make 4 seasons. Oh, he's doing a 40K movie, not the Orc.
I'll never get over how cute they look for monsters. And they're like, no, please, don't hurt me. And then, wow.
They've announced a 5th season. Wow. I get, it must be massive. I assume it's massive. Although this is purely anecdotal, but I've only ever heard like my friends who game talking about it. Oh, this has to be Alan Wake. That's an epic. Oh no, it's not. I believe that is an Epic Game Store game, but. This looks. They popped up a thing there saying from the creators of, amongst other things, Bulletstorm. This looks very dark fantasy Bulletstorm, which I'm down for that. Bulletstorm, if you don't remember, was the like very fast-paced like first-person shooter that was like a lot of double jumping, very Doom 2016 before Doom 2016. Big emphasis on mobility and comboing enemies together and stuff like that. It was cool. It was cool. They had a very obnoxious tone, like a lot of video games have, but other than that, it was pretty cool. VR anyway. Yeah. Oh yeah, you can spot it a mile away. Oh yeah, they did announce Bulletstorm VR as well. Yeah. Whatever this is very nice. But that's the thing with VR stuff. I like VR, but a lot of this stuff trailer is better than it plays in my experience. Especially this kind of game, this kind of like, we did it guys, we made Call of Duty in VR. It's never as good as the trailers in actual VR. You know, we'll wait and see. Maybe the power of the PlayStation 5 will make that a reality, but oh, Jeff just getting a TV ad in here. Get paid, brother. 240 hertz? I'm sorry. I can't really tell with 100. I have 120 TV.
No choice.
I guess I can tell to a certain degree, but I can't. What could you possibly need 200? That's too many hertz, brother. We don't need that. Come on now. Back in my day, we had 50 and we liked it in the PAL region. Wait, was that literally just an extremely brief television ad interstitial?
You sure?
They should make Time Crisis in VR. Oh my god, how have they not done that? I never played Remnant. Remnant of the Ashes, is it? Is that what that one's called? From the Ashes, yeah, that was it. This looks cool. Again, you know, not to be a curmudgeon, but whenever I see such a heavy emphasis on multiplayer, I do zone out a little bit. But I heard that first one was very good. Yeah, the reveals and the like, just like, here's just an ad for a product. I mean, hey, what distinction are we even making there, lads? What distinction are we even making? This is just one big advertising festival. That looked pretty cool.
All right,
good show so far,
Jeff. More Summer Game Fest to come, including a first look at the gameplay of Alan Wake 2, the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4, and maybe a few more surprises for you.
Okay.
As we go through today's reveals, use the hashtag gaming on TikTok to react to the news. And we want to welcome everyone co-streaming the show live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms.
Thanks,
For those
Jeff.
of you on Twitch, we also have a special Warframe Twitch drop.
Oh, hell yeah.
Steinax Warframe for watching more than 30
Where my
minutes of the
Warframe
show.
head's at.
Now,
let's fucking go. Let's go grind some currency, boys.
Another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel.
Oh, Zig. Eyes up, brother. It's Sonic time. Oh, what is this? This is pretty tantalizing, I gotta say. Oh, are we redoing Sonic 4? Are we redoing Sonic 4? What if we did 2D Sonic, but we made it 3D? Ooh, it sounds good. I'm being facetious, but this doesn't. Listen, credit where it's due. They have gotten Sonic back on track lately. They have gotten him back on track. Let's be fair now. Oh, we can play as Amy. Let's go. Yeah! Definitely putting this up on YouTube. Amy reveal real. Confirmed. Oh, shit. Hey, lads, are they finally adding new mechanics to 2D Sonic? Do my eyes deceive me? Or have they said, lads, have we ever thought about doing something other than spin and jump? I think there might be some potential there. Sonic Superstars for every system under the sun. Who the fuck is that? Should I know who that character is? Was that Big the Cat? That looked cool. That legitimately looked cool.
For 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans.
Yeah, look, let's be fair. Like Sonic
this
Mania,
past April, Honkai Star Rail
and whatever
launched,
that recent one was that didn't review well, but
character
I saw people going to bat for that
RPGs.
recent
However,
Sonic. I did.
We don't just have a new peak for current
Sonic
players,
is back.
but
Let's be
also
fair
those
now.
awaiting the game's release on PlayStation. Take a look.
Wait, Sly the Fox was the PlayStation character.
I wish this universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get
Oh, it's
bored
Fang.
running
I knew
across
Zig
the
would
map
come in and
every
correct
day?
me. Pardon me.
Team Trailblaze back from
Some
Disney.
fucking Sega
Mission
CD ass
accomplished.
character.
Where's
Don't
our
come here with
next
that.
stop? I can't wait.
Fucking Game Gear ass, fucking third tier Waluigi ass character. Shut the fuck up.
To the clouds. Boom. From the boom.
I'm learning too much about Sonic now, against my will.
The tournament's starting. Great. Let me get warmed up.
So come in here with your Sonic lore, I'll ban you.
Strike first.
Didn't they show this exact thing at Sony?
My pleasure. Let's see some sparks fly.
They did show this, didn't they? Am I losing my mind? I'll remember the name here.
Never mind. I miscalculated. Can you let me have some fun this time?
Codename PlayStation 5? What the fuck?
Extra speed, too slow.
Honkai Star Rail? Okay, I don't recognize that name.
All right, inspired by the story of Pinocchio, Liza P
Liza
is a
P, hell yeah.
Soulsborne-like
Jeff's got
game
nothing to say about that
team
anime game,
at
by the way, so
NeoWiz,
yeah, whatever.
which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Oh, finally! I feel like this game's been pottering around for quite a while at this stage.
Geppetto's puppet. We need your help.
Such a funny premise for a game, and it really looks like they're playing it so completely. That looks so Bloodborne. I can't give up. And what was your inspiration for this game? What inspired the tone of this project? Oh, if this got and it's releasing today. If this game, people are fucking sick hyped for this game. Oh man, if this came out today, that would be bananas. It does look good, despite its extremely obvious inspiration. It does look cool. Mitch says mid-September. Has that leaked out, or is that a guess? Jesus, September is getting pretty busy. I feel like there's been a couple of things. September is Mortal Kombat. Good month for the most fucked up shit you've ever seen in your life. That was just an Elden Ring trailer. Listen, imitation, sincerest form of flattery, alright? Breath of the Wild ripped off Psyops, and nobody complained. I also will not be taking any corrections on that.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
September. Okay, there you go. Pre-order to get some costumes and 72-hour early access. I am really hating that trend. Oh, a demo. Okay, interesting. I am really hating the pre-order to get early access trend. That sucks.
Is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the release on September 19th.
Wait, there's a Game Pass logo for the demo. A demo is free, Jeff. Why do you need Game Pass for that?
New game based on a classic manga with a story.
Oh, is the actual game on Game Pass? Oh, that's cool.
Celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. And I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5.
AEW Fight Forever also has an early access thing, but in true fashion for that game, I was just on their Discord earlier, and people are not clear on what the day is that you get it. Fucking Jesus. Not that many Unreal 5 engine games yet. Fortnite, if you're playing it on the... Actually, no, if on every system they've updated it to 5. Dragon Quest? Oh, Dragon Ball? I've never watched a second of Dragon Ball in my life, so I'm guessing here, boys. Oh, it's from the Dragon Ball creator. Okay. Alrighty. Any of my anime nerds in the chat, is this an original IP or is this based on a thing? I assume they would have led with this is based on a thing. Looks nice. Sandland. Oh, that ain't gonna look great on a marquee, brother, but I mean, it's not bad. Okay, that's another one. I've seen that pop up quite a lot. That one's coming to PS4 and PS5 with just the new Xboxes. I've seen that popping up quite a bit here and there.
Get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited.
That'd be cool.
I'm Independent games are such an important part of the industry, and one thing that's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well.
Oh yeah, like that was very, even me, someone who hasn't watched it, that was very distinctly a Dragon Ball artist style, which
now one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive. And
later this month, would have been a great
Game
name.
Fest, they'll be revealing a number
what do we call this
of
protagonist?
ambitious
Where are we setting this
new
game?
projects.
The desert.
Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease.
Hey, Stray. Oh, it's a sizzle reel, excuse me. Oh, this is an Annapurna sizzle reel, okay. Garrett, don't boo Stray. Stray is a perfectly fine game. Come on now, be nice. Because it looks like Annapurna are doing their... Okay, yeah, they're doing their own showcase, okay. That is the same day as this guy will be doing his all-day AEW stream.
That was at the end. We'll find out.
Maybe we'll take a break and watch
Next,
that.
We're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from NCSoft and Amazon Games with an always-changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE,
Garrett,
and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land, sea, and air. Here's a look at Throne and Liberty.
I love free-to-play MMORPGs that are called things like Knife and Justice, Magic and Evil.
The world.
Spirit and Destiny. Annapurna, just to go back to that for a second. They haven't all been winners. They famously published 12 minutes. But Annapurna has done a good job of kind of establishing themselves as like on that Devolver tier of like, yes, I do associate your brand with quality, to be fair. They have done well to build that up. I mean, Outer Wilds, Neon White, you know, remember what the games they Stray, which I didn't love as much as everyone else. I think that's one of the most overrated games in recent history, but it's cool, you know, I like it. Yeah, I was actually just thinking of Raid Shadow Legends as well. That's the vibe I got. That is the vibe I got. I hate to completely write off a game, but here I am doing it. I'm trying to think. So Jeff teased a big thing to main event tonight. Look, I know this is everyone's assumption whenever a Jeff level guy says, hey, we've got a big surprise coming. It could be GTA, because the most recent 2K earnings speculated that it will come out before the end of 2024, which, based on the previous Rockstar release cycles, this would be a believable time frame for them to just do a reveal trailer. It would not be out of the question. You know. But again, that's pie in the sky stuff. If that game ever comes out at all.
I also want to say hello to everybody watching on Steam right now. I'm sorry we don't have any free Steam Decks for you right now. But on June 19th,
I'm watching this on a Steam Deck, Jeff, brother, so don't worry about it.
Try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword-fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
Okay, Jeff, you're doing 2 of these in a row. I don't know about this tact. Just assume Rockstar would announce themselves. Yeah, I think for 5 it was pretty much just here's a trailer. You know, we were in that era.
Cities rise and empires fall.
Yeah, if I wasn't broadcasting to tens of millions right now, I'd be getting up and going to the bathroom, if I'm being perfectly honest. But then who would sit here and look sweaty and drink cider? I've got a duty to do. Okay, well, this looks like extremely large-scale PvP, which is at least interesting. And GTA 4 was that really was that was combing over every single trailer and obsessing over every single animation. I remember reading in a magazine about Nico's like stairs animation and how if you're holding a shotgun and you go downstairs, he kind of shuffles in this way, and then when they put out a trailer, that shuffle was in there. I was like, oh, that's fucking sick, and it is sick. I'm playing GTA 4 right now on the Steam Deck. It's fucking great. Fucking GTA 4 haters, you know where the door is. Warhaven, great. Was that the first thing someone wrote on the whiteboard, but it was close to lunchtime, so they said, yeah, whatever?
Hey, this is not...
Why can't
Is this from the Gang Beasts, people? If it is, I'm gonna get excited. If it's not, then they should sue for gimmick infringement. I am not in this montage. They did not let me play party animals. Is that from the Gang Beasts people?
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it, a lot of cool stuff will make its way to Dying Light to stay human.
Dying Light 2 was on sale recently, and I was really tempted. It was like 30 quid. I was really tempted. But...
parkour rolling out with the next update in June. Then, right after that, we'll kick off an event season like you have never seen before. Trust me, for one of them, you will want to get your butt barbed wired.
This is another game that didn't come out super hot out of the gates, but people have been like, no, it's good, I promise. Like, I've heard a lot of people say they've had fun with it. Uh-oh. Oh, this is the new Crash. This is Crash Bash, basically. Party Animals is not Gang Beast Dev, says Mitch. Okay. Get the W, kids. Okay, the stream stuttered for me during that. That looked like a Power Stone type thing. Okay, time for another ad, everyone. Time for another normal non-trailer ad. Jeff, what is up with these TV ads? Oh, they're pushing the streaming, GeForce Now and Amazon Luna on the TVs. Look, I've done like streaming from Game Pass and stuff on air. I've spoken a lot about how much better I think it's getting. I will never play a game for the first time like that way. I'm just never going to do that.
By the way,
I'm really
Crash
not.
Team Rumble is going to feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2. He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome from Remedy, Sam Lake.
Oh, hell yeah. So I've mentioned before, I'm playing Alan Wake 1 at the moment, and I'm really enjoying it, but it is a very basic game, and I'm fascinated to see what post-Control Remedy does with Alan Wake.
We are so excited because when you announced Alan Wake at the Game
they're a different
Alan
studio
Wake
now. Do you know what I mean? I'm fascinated to see what this game actually plays like.
It's coming this October, and we are so excited about this, Sam. I know it's been a long time
Sam,
coming for fans.
It's been a good night for Blazers, but he might have the best one so far.
Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about what can we expect in the sequel.
It's been quite a journey, yes.
Yeah.
Alan Wake 2 is Remedy's first survival horror game. We have two playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their own separate terrifying journeys through two different worlds, and yet it's all connected. And the player gets to switch between them at given points in the story as they choose.
Yeah, we saw, obviously, at the PlayStation event, you revealed Saga, the second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she's sort of living a narrative that Alan has written. Is that right?
Well, that's a good question to ask going into this.
Jeff,
yes,
have
we
you gotten that
Alan Wake, our
embargo
title
piece of
character,
paper I sent you
course,
earlier?
trying to escape
Shut the
from
fuck
the
up.
nightmare dimension of the dark place. And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent.
It's kind of funny for him to say this is the first survival horror. I mean, Alan Wake
small town of Bright Falls.
Together you're managing limited ammo. It's scary. It's. I would call Alan Wake 1 a survival horror, but I didn't make the fucking thing. So who am I? Who am I to say?
They are coming to investigate a series.
Oh, just do control, but they are doing another control, aren't they? They said that.
And,
they're working on
very
control.
quickly,
we'll get it, Dave. Don't worry, we'll get it.
Turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story.
And 2, let's go.
Maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this
AEW
starts to come true.
Oh my God, that's John Moxley's music. Get out of there, Jeff.
So obviously, it's Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about.
Once I beat Alan Wake 1, I also want to beat the Alan Wake
missions?
Control
I think
DLC, which I have not
play them
touched.
in sort of different sequences or orders if you want, right?
Yeah, we
it has
go
been
into
very
the
quiet about the Control
as
multiplayer game.
Saga.
Okay.
And,
I mean, who wants that, man? I'm the biggest Control head I know.
Sequel,
I don't want that
but
shit.
It's also
Come
a standalone experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game. This can be enjoyed.
Oh, good shout,
as
Zig. The
Saga
logo
doesn't
is
know anything about
tweaking
the
out back there.
lore,
Good
about
shout.
the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly.
Oh yeah, they put out an FAQ a couple of weeks ago, or I think shortly after the PlayStation thing, and they said you do not have to have played the first game to get this, which makes sense. That game is 13 years old. You know,
so that you can hop to play.
I, sir,
Alan
I am
Wake
playing it
because
I want to know. Okay.
As he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation goes on.
These kind of on-stage interviews they're not in vogue anymore. I've enjoyed all of these so far. The key is that they have to be informal. I don't want Jim Ryan up there going, and we're here to bring the gamers
go on
innovation.
As
Nobody wants
all the way
that shit,
close
man.
to the end,
Like,
or
fucking
as
loosen up
Saga,
a bit.
or you can keep
Tell me what you like about the game in human terms.
Well, you're always so good
getting
at
the cage back out
telling
here.
Challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways.
Yeah, all these interviews have been
known
good
for that, and you especially. So we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
They're hyped, Sam. They're ready for it.
He's like, oh.
So tell us, what are we going to see?
Supernatural forces of darkness have brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to find him and stop him.
Okay, with that, let's take a look at raw, unedited gameplay from Alan Wake 2. Thanks, Sam.
This game is out in October, by the way, so this game is presumably like done, basically. Ooh, this looks very nice. This looks pretty good. I think this is also current gen only. I might be mistaken on that.
Sounds like somebody's home.
And they're having a really bad night. Those are some good weather effects. Current gen only, confirms Mitch. Thank you very much. Yeah. Like I said during the PlayStation showcase, I'm glad. You know, I mean, let's get moving. We're 3 years in here. Let's get some next gen exclusives, you know. You never seen Meeting before, Zeke? Yeah, he's holy shit. Yeah, he to be fair, he gets some criticism, completely justified, but he has paid his dues on like very shitty, cringy gamer bro culture shows on like Spike TV over the years. Like he used to do his award show on Spike TV, and it was a laughingstock every single year. So even though I don't love everything he does, I appreciate that he's getting the chance to do this stuff his own way. You know what I mean? In our glorious online future. This is some meaty shooting we're seeing. I'm getting not to do a Boss Baby 5 tweet, but I'm getting some Last of Us from that combat where it's like, if they're saying this is survival horror, limited ammo, and that gun kicks, you know what I mean? That was some chunky gameplay in a positive sense. Yeah, Mitch with me on that one. Yeah, very, very. I imagine based on I imagine Remedy based on their stuff would look at a game like Last of Us and go, oh hell yeah, that's us. Agenda, yeah, it's been good. It's been really good. I mean, I haven't loved everything, but we got a lot of gameplay, which I think is the main thing compared to how a lot of these showcases go.
The text on the heart is clearer now. Legible. I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
Okay, that was pretty brief, but that was pretty.
I'm glad you're on
it's not
this
over.
case with me, Anderson. Killer left a message.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting.
He looks so John Wick. It's so funny.
Something important. Something's not right.
Man, that looks pretty fucking cool. Yeah, the service weapon was the like central MacGuffin.
A long time
in
coming, but
Control.
Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to Sam and Remedy for that first.
That looks cool.
game.
That looks great.
Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
I can't keep up with all my Warhammer games. Is this the one that's like Left 4 Dead? I can't remember.
They engaged us on 2 planets, Avarax and Kadaku. I'll be straight with you, Titus.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more as
I
well.
have my reservations about.
It's also out very soon, so you know.
There could be questions. Will that be a problem? No, Captain.
Alan Wake 2 also one of the more notable kind of big releases to come right out and say we are not doing physical. We are not doing a physical release because it helps us keep the costs down. And saying the thing that is incredibly true, and people can be in denial about it, but the vast majority of discs for next-gen games, they really are just proof of purchase. The game is not on there. You know what I mean? The game is not on most discs in 2023. So yeah, that is digital only. And I wonder, have they broken the seal on that now? You know, going forward, we'll see. Like someone looked like how much data was actually on like the last Call of Duty. It was something like 200 megabytes of data on the last Call of Duty, or something along those lines. Like basically nothing. You know what I mean?
Hold them back, damn it! For Ultramar! For the Emperor!
Yeah, another reason they said for the no physical is they want to keep the price down, because obviously all these games are going up to €80 in the Eurozone, and they're like this will have last gen pricing because they don't have to produce a disc. Yeah, that looked pretty cool. I'm not a Warhammer guy, but most of their games are like decently well received. There's like always 2 Warhammer games coming out at any given month, and they seem to review decently well. I like the Vermintide one, which is the kind of faux Left 4 Dead one. Oh, this is oh, what's that game called? Wait, what? Not my potatoes! Oh yeah, what the one that's out at the moment is called Ultra Gun or something like that. Apparently it's class. It looks really good. Yes, Your Grace. Snow. Oh, that's all. Okay, that's already a thing. I've heard of that. Is that DLC or a sequel?
Beautiful indie game. Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another global game announcement, and this one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter. It's a brand new world, a brand new story, and looks like a heck of a lot of fun. Check this out.
It's The Thing 2. For anyone not in the know, Carpenter, he is a big gamer. And when I say a big gamer, like for real, he's like a Destiny freak, I'm fairly sure. He's like a Destiny 2. He's like, he loves being rich and old. He just sits around playing Destiny all day. It's like, it's so funny.
half-asses it this time.
He's not like, oh, I enjoy Super Mario with my granddaughter. No, he fucking loves video games. He loves Horizon, yeah.
On my mark. 5, 4.
Oh, he's a big Fallout guy. Yeah, he's the only human I've ever heard say, I love Fallout 47. He loves Fallout 47. Toxic Commando. Okay. Holy shit, that's a lot of things on screen at once. Is this a multiplayer shooter, I'm assuming? Is this a Left 4 Dead? This looks a little bit like a Left 4 Dead, does it not? This looks pretty cool. I mean, listen, are we over multiplayer shooters, multiplayer zombie games especially? Maybe, but that looked pretty cool. I gotta say, that looked pretty cool. Putting that John Carpenter right at the top of the logo.
More unexpected
Hell yes.
collaboration. Sean Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? I don't know. All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of
This
Lord
has been really
Emperor
good so far, this
Gortash,
show.
the commander of a mechanical army of Steel
Days
Watchers.
Gone.
He's a
They
second
are raging, dude.
antagonist
That
and is
fucking
voiced by
director, the guy who complained that the game didn't review well because the woke reviewers were out to get him, whatever the fuck he said. I feel like there's a new headline every couple of weeks of him saying, "Oh, we could have made a great sequel. Sony, pick up, please answer my calls. We could have made a great sequel. Sony, please." It's kind of desperate. Feel bad for like literally everyone else at Sony then who have,
granting me
you know,
complete power
a good, long-standing history of putting out interesting stuff.
A new age is upon us. Gods have mercy on those who would stand in our way.
My old roommate,
a mad dog understands the
Dave,
yank of the leash from the hand of its master.
He fucking loves Days Gone, and he lent me his copy.
There's an old
to
wisdom.
try and get me
a
into it,
brittle
and I played it
alliance
for a few hours.
can never
and I
be
was like,
mended. They can only break. I
don't
want to
get
lead
it,
this
man.
city
I
to
do not get
glory,
it.
not scorch its earth. Friends, allies, to my side. Let us usher in a new dawn. This city is mine. I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
Yeah, I
said it was under control.
Oh my god, they gave that actor the most Dante from Devil May Cry hair ever.
Gortash.
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me still, for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Sounds like you guys are a little hyped, so to tell us more is Brian Intihar, game director at Insomniac. Brian, thanks for coming by.
This is surprising. They showed a lot of this at the Sony
First of all,
thing.
looks like we have some fancy art behind us. Is this the box?
Oh, that art's sick with the symbiote on his arm.
Here it is. I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason, because this game features 2 Spider-Men, so we're really excited about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Peter
this guy
and
breaking the
Miles,
Blazer trade.
We're
I'm not
so
a fan.
excited about this experience that you guys are doing with these sort of 2 characters. We saw some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the 2 villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there. I
Two
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of. We obviously Craven. We got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors into it.
Craven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or tech. He's just the best hunter in the world, and he's coming to New York for his greatest hunt. And what's better than all of the Marvel characters that live in New York City? So Peter, Miles, and others. He's on the hunt.
And others. ...
Yes.
Yes. But Venom also, obviously, symbiote is a part of this whole story, as we saw in the gameplay.
Pop for the concept art. The people are so hyped. That is
I'm
cool.
glad you're happy. I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this, can you tell, is this an Osborn Venom? Can you tell us, what's the origin of Eddie Brock Venom? Or?
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something you haven't seen in the comics or the movies yet. Obviously, we love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom, you have to play the game to see how it
Harry?
goes.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that too obvious a pick?
There's a bit of a tease. Now, obviously, the symbiote is a big part of the gameplay, and one of the things I think we were all struck with the footage that you showed at the PlayStation Showcase was, how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as, Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how, the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you saw it in just the raw power, the strength, and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles.
We talked about this during the PlayStation thing, but obviously in the first game,
aggression.
It seems like Osborn is developing the symbiote himself to try and cure Harry from some illness. So
interesting. So how it affects him as well.
Yeah, I mean, you saw some of that, and there's much more of that journey when you play the game.
And I know the
Red Hood stuff in Arkham was so
You've got
disappointing.
Queens, Brooklyn, so even more. Sort of,
hopefully they've got something better up their sleeves than that. I hope.
So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then being able to use the web wings to traverse at speeds way faster than they were
Dynamite
before.
did a .33. That's like their best.
Really awesome.
Hugely ambitious game you guys have been building over the past few years. We saw at the PlayStation event, it said at the end, fall 2023, and I think. We're like getting close to that. Are you guys feeling confident that you're going to make it this fall?
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's out
Let's take a look.
Today. This would be the ultimate. It's out today. I still haven't seen Spider-Verse. I'm seeing it tomorrow. Oh, October. Holy shit.
Nailing it. October 20th. Spider-Man 2, exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Sorry, Alan.
Awesome.
Wait,
Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, and we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian.
Everyone else putting out a game in October was like, motherfucker, we just moved to avoid Zelda.
A multiplayer open-world survival crafting game where you can befriend and collect mysterious creatures called PAL, who can also fight. In other words, it's kind of like Pokemon with guns. And then we're going to look at the Land of the Morning Light,
Pokemon game
new
not for
expansion to
children.
Black
Let's
Desert
go.
Online, which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon Dynasty, and some huge bosses too.
I installed Cassette Beasts on my Xbox because it was on Game Pass, but I know I won't like it because it's a Pokemon game, and I'm not 12. Spider-Man, now there's a character for all ages. Oh my god, these are so just Pokemon. Oh my god, Nintendo. Get on the lawyer you used to fucking kill those Switch emulators. Motherfucker, take this trailer down and reconsider your life options. Your salary is gonna be garnished for the rest of your life. You are literally being arrested while this is airing. Do not pick up the phone, do not answer the door. Just skip town. Just skip town. Oh my god, this could not have been bad. Just get a new passport and go off grid. That is outrageous. That is actually crazy how... That is actually crazy. I'm like half joking. Nintendo are watching this going, Jeff, who the fuck gave you that footage? That's crazy! Oh dear. Oh Lord. Yeah, Jeff saying Pokemon during it as well. They can't. Oh man. I mean, there have been a lot of fake Pokemon games. Okay. Cassette Beast, like I said, just came out. What's that other one? There was one on Steam last year that was like pretty well reviewed. But that one, that is the most I've ever seen where they're just like, they are just Pokemon, man.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know. It is time we told it ourselves.
I can't get over that. That's stopped me in my tracks now. I'm not even watching it.
Across Middle-earth, delving for riches.
This Lord of the Rings Deep Rock Galactic.
Yet the greatest treasure remains out of our reach. Moria.
They can make 17 Lord of the Rings games a year, and I can't get Psyops 2. Like, Warner Brothers, come on, man. Why was that a cow? Why did that monster just make a cow noise?
Come, my fellow dwarves. Rally together. It's time we took back our home.
You know what sucks? Just on the Lord of the Rings topic, it really sucks that those developers had to put out like an apology for making a shitty game. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, I guess it was a little bit buggy and stuff like that, but like, like sometimes games are bad. You know what I mean? Snowboy, I don't think you've missed any groundbreaking things. We just saw the most Nintendo were gonna come and put us out of business trailer ever. Someone's making a fake Pokemon game that KEIGHLEY called a Pokemon game with guns, and the character models straight up looked like they were ripped out of a pirated copy of Pokemon.
New mobile game from a legendary franchise.
Alrighty. Final Fantasy VII on phones. We still don't. You think you know him? How could you not know Sephiroth? The prick has been in 17 different games for the last 20 years. Is this another version of Final Fantasy VII you can play this time on phones? So wait, this has been all right, but no revelations, I would say. Mortal Kombat gameplay, Alan Wake gameplay, both of which look good. Yeah. No true revelations thus far. Oh yeah, one of the first things they showed was a new side-scrolling Prince of Persia, which genuinely looked really cool. And another 2D Sonic game, which I swear I'm being honest, it looked good. It did look good, I promise. How much more juice are they gonna wring from this one specific Final Fantasy? I know it's like everyone's favorite,
for
but
Final
my
Fantasy
God.
VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed
The new Sonic
beta
game is
test.
not a Sonic Mania.
Now, speaking of Final
it
Fantasy,
genuinely looks quite different.
No. Today during Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. Get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest. Plus, get the chance to win a Final Fantasy 16 prize pack. DoorDash, stay in your game. Yep, we got you. All right.
I would love an El
Now here's a
Burrito
look
now.
at the
I just had
game we
McDonald's for
debuted
dinner
last
before
year
this,
at
but,
TGA.
you know.
Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
That's pretty funny. That's a pretty funny fucking...
Life to the living, death to the dead.
When this is over, we might go back and watch that Crash trailer they showed because the stream glitched. I didn't quite understand what that game was based on what we saw. It looked like a Power Stone or some kind of mix of Smash Bros and a party game, but I couldn't quite tell. I'm curious about it.
We bring closure to those who don't.
It's kind of funny how Crash Bandicoot is back, I will say that.
I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful.
Whoa.
I banish you. Death to the dead.
Do we kill? To be together again?
Or do we part forever?
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Banishers. That's right. I'm not a Diablo guy. I was just saying earlier. I'm curious to try that new one, but not on my budget. But I've never touched a Diablo game.
あなた好みの単純な力仕事です。ある人物を警護していただきます。
I've only ever finished one Yakuza game. I cannot remember what happened. I don't know what happened to Kiryu at the end of 6.
大丈夫か?
お待たせしてしまって。
トラブル発生。車はまだか?
到着まで3分。何があった?
お前らも今回り右すりゃ無事に帰れる。さもなきゃ。これから起きることは全部お前らの。
Yeah, I also get put off by the time, and that's such a stupid thing to say, I know, because Zero is... Yakuza 0 is probably one of my favorite games ever, and I'm glad I finished it. But every time I think about getting back into Yakuza, I'm like, oh man, there's like 7 of them, and they're all like 40 hours long. I don't have it in me, you know? There's so many other things out. Folks, when the day comes that I'm making thousands on Twitch and it becomes my full-time job, I'll play Yakuza on stream from the beginning. I got like 10 hours into Like a Dragon. I was really enjoying it, and then I quick resume on the Xbox because it was brand new at the time. Fucked up and lost me like 3 hours of progress, and I was like, okay, that's not the game's fault, but I bounced off and I haven't gone back since. One of the first games I played on the Series S.
Good morning, Stanley. It is 7:32 a.m. I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Quanic Dream! Oh, great!
Green across the board. Looks like we're good.
David Cage is back to tell you a story.
Definitely a leak here, Tim.
I mean, maybe the most overrated studio of all time? Is that fair to say?
3 years. 2 months and 17 days. What sort of operation are they running down here? He shouldn't be here. Someone there?
Oh, a different writer and director for this one? Okay, maybe this one will be alright then.
Someone else down here.
Snowboy, go look up the like average critic ratings for all the Quantic Dream games. Only like the Elliot Page one was panned. All the other ones have been incredibly well received. It's like recent relitigation where people have gone, yes, they are shit, but they are. Heavy Rain is incredibly well regarded for some reason.
Day. Fun fact. All right, next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall, along with Warzone Mobile. Today, we're going to give you the
to be
first
fair,
ever look at
people whose
Season
takes
4
I trust
of
say,
Modern Warfare 2 Warzone launching next
despite
week.
the
Here's
obviously
your first look at
ham-fisted
Vondel, a new Warzone location, points of
civil
interest,
rights
including
metaphor,
medieval castle,
I've
a
heard people say
soccer
Detroit is
stadium,
good.
and
To
an
be fair,
abandoned zoo.
people I trust, I've heard
it's
say
all
that.
happening. Check it out.
So I will say that. So, but this isn't even a new Call of Duty. This is like a new season of it. This is a new season of the current one. Quantic Dream is also working on a Star Wars game, which I assume maybe that's the one David Cage is working on. And other than announcing that that studio is working on one, I feel like I haven't heard about it since they announced it. You know what? Actually, just on the subject of Quantic Dream, maybe I should add Detroit to the pile for streaming. I feel like for better or worse, that would be those would be funny games to stream, whether they're good or bad. Dick says, "What if we get a James Bond tape?" Now, there's a project that has been very quiet since they announced it. That's actually a very good shout. That could be the main event. That is a great shout. That is a great shout. Yeah, Detroit, by all accounts I know, is incredibly unsubtle. I mean, David Cage
Season
writing
4
a
next
civil
week.
rights
Today
metaphor.
is a big day for video
But like
games,
I say,
but also a
I
huge day
want
for
to
Porsche.
give it a look.
The iconic German automaker turned 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming space, and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a game, Xbox has teamed up with Porsche for a limited edition run of 75 consoles inspired by 6 famous Porsche race cars. And I'm thrilled to debut the first design here today, inspired by the Porsche 963 that's racing this weekend at the 100th running of the 24 Hours of Le Mans.
See, this is the thing, like I was saying earlier, about how great it is to see Jeff get his chance to do his shows his way. And I mentioned how he gets some justified criticism. It's a fine line between a trailer and an ad, I completely get that. But his stuff always has some shitty, cringe brand integration on it that is always lame. And hey, you know what? He's got to pay the fucking bills. He doesn't want to go to fucking Spike TV or any other shitty network and have to do things their way. So these streams got to make money, so I get it. But they're always a little bit kind of, you know what I mean? There's always some stuff that has you rolling your eyes on his stream. That is a sick-looking Xbox, let's be fair. That is a sick-looking Xbox.
These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at PorscheXboxSweepstakes.com.
I can just paint that
Make sure to
myself,
stay tuned
Jeff.
for the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game.
Oh my God,
inspired
there's
by
been like
classics
10
Animal
farming
Crossing and
games in
Stardew
the
Valley.
last
Previously
year.
announced for Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting
Pick up a
news for
gun,
PC players
kill
too.
somebody.
Let's take a look at Fate Farm.
Dear friend, life in Azoria
Okay,
has
but
been
what if
treating
the
me well.
animals were like zombies and you had to fight them? That'd be sick.
Days pass so quickly.
I have not touched Stardew
Before
Valley
I
since
know
I
it,
stopped streaming it,
they
by the way.
turn into seasons.
Please be disappointed in the chat.
It's been a breath of fresh air. I think we found a way to get cozy and settle in. But there's
Garrett, you
something
made up
more
Harvestella.
I've been
That's not a real
itching
thing.
to explore.
I also haven't touched the Disney one yet.
Realms where magic comes to meet us. As
Yeah.
long as we're prepared, we can face anything. So, what do you say? There's so much yet to discover.
Oh,
Are you
absolutely.
ready?
It does feel like after Animal Crossing was the biggest thing on the planet for the first week of lockdown, that all of the games that were inspired by that are now hitting.
Promised
Absolutely.
variety.
Absolutely.
There it is.
That's it.
Fate Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show, only at Summer Game Fest. Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben?
I don't want to slag
Man,
Marvel
you guys
Snap
have been
off
on
'cause I had a
fire.
great
Last time I
with
saw
it,
you was
but
at the Game Awards when you won.
I
Best
had like a
mobile
dirty
game.
weekend away
Seems
with
like you've been
Marvel
very
Snap,
busy.
and
We're
then I
excited about
immediately
the
lost
Spider-Verse
interest. I got
content
out
you've
of
been
that
doing.
pretty
Lots
quick.
going on over there, right?
Yeah, it's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited
Holy
to
shit, yeah,
announce.
this guy's towering.
Marvel Snap's
This guy's gonna choke slam
biggest
Jeff off the
update
stage.
ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's Conquest mode. It's a great way.
I mean,
to
the
get a
game is
super
cool. Don't get me
competitive
wrong, but I
experience,
just didn't
and
stick
some
with
exciting
it.
new
It was
rewards.
like,
but you don't
I
have
felt
to wait
like
till
I
next
got
week.
it.
If you
Do you know
haven't
what I mean? I
tried
felt like I
Marvel
got
Snap,
it.
go download it right now on your mobile device or early access on Steam.
All right, Ben. I love the enthusiasm.
You know what's a butterfly effect moment is if this game worked on
You're
Steam
made
Deck,
for YouTube. All
I'd
right,
probably.
well, we heard you brought something
and I know that's
fun,
stupid because
with
it's
you
on
for us to
phones
watch,
and you can
right?
play it on your phone.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason, I
So,
really want to play it on the deck.
I am incredible at card games, so I often win. But some people, and maybe you've had this experience, Jeff, some people lose.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
And I like to think it's because they suck. No offense, Jeff. But sometimes, sometimes it's because they might just be a little bit unlucky.
Cue the tape.
They've gotten some good speakers on this stage. You gotta give credit to all, not only KEIGHLEY, but all the companies.
I don't have an ideal
got
hand of cards
some good
here, but
lads up there to do their promotions. It's been good stuff. You have to give them
Anyway,
credit.
let's reveal the first location.
Yeah, get that man on Dynamite.
Their deck. Okay, I guess I will.
Adam Cole hit the fucking bricks.
I
Kyle O'Reilly, you're with
I'll
the tall
play
Marvel Snap
Medusa
developer
on
now.
Location number 2. She gets +2 power. And let's see the next location.
Clover Dangerfield has a 25% chance of destroying your cow.
Okay, well, I mean, 25%.
I recognize
isn't
this
that
guy, by the way.
bad.
He is some variety of influencer.
Okay,
I can't remember
I
what
have
he
some
does, but I
powerful
recognize
cards
him.
in my hand, so I can
Someone who's
just
younger and
wait.
hipper than me in the
Let's see
chat.
next
Please tell me who he is.
The Big Barn. Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6 cost cows.
You gotta be kidding me.
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
Now you're just being mean.
Yeah, what variety of YouTube video? I feel like I've seen his stuff before and enjoyed it. It was better than that, but I can't remember.
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals of Avium
weird,
from
like,
EA
mental
Originals
block
and
here about what
Ascendant,
he
and the world
does.
premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds. Now, if you're looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer, compare top credit cards side by side with NerdWallet and start maximizing your cash back
NerdWallet!
on everything from Wi-Fi to headsets. Now, here's a look at King Arthur Legends Rise, a new cross-platform UE5 game for mobile and PC, a Fantasy Squad RPG adventure that is available to pre-register today.
There is no bigger grift in all of capitalism right now than gamer blank. Putting gamer in front, nerd wallet, gamer headset, gamer chair. It's all bullshit. Have you ever sat in a fucking gamer chair? It is literally like, what if we took an office chair and it was less comfortable and uglier and twice the price? And now they're like, oh, we've got a finance app just like every other person has, but instead of having Revolut, you've got Gamer Revolut and it gives you price comparisons on headsets. It is the biggest fucking grift in the world. It is so fucking ridiculous. Oh, Lord. The Rock is not in Fortnite currently. He was an antagonist in an event, I think, a season ago. So he could come back, I'm sure. He did come back, in fact, because he was an original character and then he was in as Black Adam. I'm up to date on that. Fuck off, Sonic Superstars is 70 quid. How much was Sonic Mania? Was like 20, wasn't it? Oh, that's a... I don't know about that. I don't know about that. That seems a lot.
Wayfinders. Do you remember the fall? The gloom descended on Skylight. You rallied to protect the beacon.
Yeah, Sega did speak about a 70 charge, but yeah, you'd assume for like, you know, a Yakuza game or something like that, not a 2D Sonic.
Remember who you
Yeah,
were,
Mania was 20. That's crazy.
who you are, and return to us. This world needs champions.
I know I do this every time we watch a trailer for like a live multiplayer thing. This looks like every video game released today. I'm sorry. It like the art style, the name Wayfinder, and it's a oh, they're selling Founder packs for early access. Why is it always Founder? Every video game you've ever heard of coming to PC. Oh my god. Good lord. Yeah, the Creative 2.0 stuff that they've added to Fortnite is mental. I look forward to making a great case for it in Game of the Year as most improved or new content, whatever we call that category. Best old game category, and not winning despite the fact that it absolutely should do, because people are making new games within it. You Link to the Cast boys. You
Don't stand a
fuckers.
chance.
You fucking...
Project under construction.
Let's not relitigate it. I mean, until next game of the year when we will absolutely will relitigate it.
Good morning, scavenger. Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle.
Garrett, do not troll me. It's not about whether or not a game has gotten its due elsewhere. It's about the best winner for the category. That's what it's about. That is what it's about. Fortnite should have won best game of not 2022.
Captain's
Absolutely.
log, stardate 4315.
I missed like 3 games when I was ranting about Fortnite. Give Fortnite its flowers. Let Fortnite cook, and so on.
And the crew is standing by.
I'm not a Star Trek guy, so this will be lost on me. Yes, this is the dry segment of the show. I will say that. Even as it's a Fortnite defender, I'm like, okay, free to play everything game, Fortnite segment, like ads, promo codes for burritos, you know. Sandland from earlier was a 2000 manga. Okay.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett here.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Right? My buddy Anthony Mackie and I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th.
No way.
I'm very excited to share a sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure
Samoa Joe
of voicing. Hope you enjoy it.
Wait, I guess I'm wrong. It's Will Arnett.
This is gonna be fun.
Oh, dude, is Joe the body and Will Arnett is
Swung a little wide there.
Is the voice? Is this a Darth Vader situation?
A tall glass of water. Me, I'm more of a Hawaiian punch. I'm guessing you don't fight much outside of your car now, do you?
Look, clown, I don't need 4 wheels to kick your ass.
Okay, it's literally a Darth Vader situation where it's a different guy doing the voice and the body.
We eat this back in the cars.
How about a little kill music?
This is on Peacock, he says? Which I believe Peacock have a deal with Now TV over here, so you'd have to get the shittiest app known to man to watch this.
That's like what? All night long.
Let me see that thong.
Like it when the beat go? Baby, let your booty go. Girl, you want to show? The thong. Do you love the silver-haired god? Don't lie to me.
Yeah, man. Look, I listened to Unleash the Dragon so many times the disc broke. I'm not a liar.
But you said you were coming to my show, and then you shot at me.
It was a misunderstanding.
This looks like a YouTube skit they would film to sell a new Twisted Metal game. This is not like a
Sounds like you have trust issues.
That may be like so kind of shit and campy that it's fun, but I mean, yeah, that looked like something they would film to promote a new game and not
Who hasn't dreamt of
standalone on its
duplicating
own.
oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the time shift warrior, coming later this year to PC.
What? I'm shocked Joe is not voicing that character. I don't know if that was previously known. I thought Joe was just playing Sweet Tooth.
Goddess of time.
Receive my light, Lisfunga. Let this power flow through you, and fight again alongside your past selves.
I'm here again. That's another me. I look good. I rewind. I begin
The
again.
art style
but with
doesn't look
another
as
meat
nice in
viper.
cutscenes.
You're coming with me.
Yeah, like Joe does have a great voice because he's voicing King Shark in that Suicide Squad game.
Places at once.
I'm very surprised at that. I mean, I thought the Will Arnett voice was actually not bad. I didn't
I will
hate it.
become Legion and crush
But
these
odd,
demons.
I would say. That is odd to say.
Onwards.
Will Arnett
I
is the
can
body
feel
and
that
Joe
there
is
are
the voice.
more.
Would be pretty good. I know nothing about Twisted Metal. I've never really been into it.
Very cool independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic. It also has a great cast led by Darren Barnett as the main character, Jack, and he joins us now. Hey, Darren.
Hey, guys.
Great to have you with us.
Doing? Thank you.
This is such a cool game, super high production value, spectacular gameplay. Tell us about the guy you play. You're the main character, Jack, right?
Yes, I am playing the main character, Jack, as seen behind me. He is a battle mage that controls all 3 forms of magic, triple threat. He's brash, he's funny, but
this guy looks like a more handsome, more charming Sammy
Guevara. The gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced.
Jeff, give me a head-on shot here so I can see this handsome fellow.
With all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic.
Let me see this handsome guy just straight on.
Tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage Jack comes in. He sort of
okay, there we go. Zoom in a bit.
Right?
Yeah, he kind of comes from nothing.
Look at that. Doesn't he look a bit like Sammy Guevara, but like charming and more likable?
Is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing actors in this incredible, really high production value game that's coming out this summer. We don't have to wait long for it. And I know you brought something with you to share today, which is a gameplay sequence, which is one of the most epic
another discount code for a burrito.
Right? Yeah. So this is a wild part of the game. This trailer is going to be showing you the Immortals and myself confronting Sandrak directly, who is the top villain of this game, and trying to end the Everwar. And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've seen. We're battling on top of a 400-foot mech in the middle of the ocean as it moves around. It's wild, so let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from Immortals of Avium, which comes out this summer for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Thanks, Darren.
The guy seemed like he had his phrases lined up because he probably had to hit them exactly right.
Literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight.
Like all these speakers have just been so much better than the usual people we used to get at E3, where it's just like, "Hey gamers, what's up, fucking dude? We're sick and we love to play games." It's like, you know. It's just been people talking fairly naturally, obviously hitting their keywords, but fairly naturally about the game they're playing.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
Sonic has tweeted, Sonic himself
5 knots.
Picked up his phone and tweeted, say at least 60.
We'll catch him, sir.
That's I mean, I don't want to say this brutal. I don't know how long the game is. I don't know what the multiplayer options are. We don't know. But 2D Sonic game at that price, given that those games are typically between like 2 and 6 hours long, tough sell, but we'll see. It looked really good. The trailer was genuinely good, so.
Get to the control room and protect Selco. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room.
I know Sonic's Twitter. Don't you talk to me about Sonic's Twitter. I've read all his unfunny fucking mean shit for years. He was like, him and Wendy's were like one of the foremost I'm ironic on Twitter brands. Don't you speak to me about Sonic's fucking Twitter. Next you're going to be telling me that wasn't really Iron Sheik tweeting from that account. Rest in peace, King. I mean, I am a sucker for, and this was true with Ghostwire Tokyo. I do like me some cool hand animations in a first-person shooter. You know what I mean? Doing all that Doctor Strange stuff. Although it's not, it's kind of inscrutable. It's like I can't really tell what's going on. Yeah, I think they may have laid it on a bit too thick for this particular level when it's just kind of like a first-person shooter. You know what I mean?
I want to be in a war.
I
want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called
and
a
as KEIGHLEY made sure to say multiple times, it looks like it has nice production values. So I guess EA opened the checkbook on this one. I mean, there's a publisher that definitely needs some fresh hits. Do you know what I mean? Some new IP. They've kind of milked all their existing ones to an insane degree. Every time a new Need for Speed comes out, it's more depressing than the last. So 20th of July, okay, that's very soon. I feel like they're hoping that's going to be a big hit, but
love that we get to show you guys so much amazing.
that gameplay did
gameplay
not do
today,
much for
and that
me.
game
It did
looks
not do
incredible.
much for
Coming
me.
out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite. And tomorrow, Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches. And today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast, hidden jungle with ancient secrets to discover.
Wasn't the last Need for
And
Speed
of course,
apparently great?
There's
But
a whole new Battle Pass lineup where you can unleash the power.
The other problem I have with Need for Speed is I can never tell
of
them apart.
Cybertron. Here we go.
Because they've used the name like Most Wanted 3 times and stuff like that. Oh, no, you are right, actually. Unbound, the graffiti trail on the car. I don't know if it was great. It seemed like it was okay. It seemed like people were somewhat positive about it, and then it died a death, sadly. As I've discussed before, as someone who does enjoy Fortnite, zero interest in the lore. I skip all these cutscenes that launch the new season as quickly as possible. I don't give a shit. I mean, it's amusing because they tend to reveal what guest characters they'll have, so you will watch these trailers and you will see Kratos and Darth Vader fight in like a CG cutscene for a few minutes, but I don't care about any of this. Are they gonna have some kind of Jurassic Park? Oh no, that looks like Ark the Survival, or whatever that survival game is called. Yeah, this looks like they're doing some kind of Ark crossover. Oh, I'm wrong, Transformers. Never mind. I'll probably buy Optimus Prime if they put him in the item shop. You can fucking judge me, I don't give a fuck. I can play a shooter where I can choose between John Cena and Optimus Prime. What are you all playing? Zelda! Whatever. I'm gonna guess that actually is, there's Ark stuff in there as well. That looks kind of like the Ark art
Fortnite
style.
Wilds launches tomorrow. Well, finally, guys, it's time to get to our grand finale.
Is there an anti-woke Fortnite? Probably.
And it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again. This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
I have no idea what he's referring to.
We're still here at the scene of this terrible disaster, caused by a massive tornado which swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
Hey, you guys know the Final Fantasy remake, the ending, it's actually different. They are making a new one.
Just look at it all. It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
You guys remember 1997?
Look that way, but in reality, it's barely hanging on.
We have to save the world.
I was wondering,
with the big sword and
what's
the
Cloud
lady.
been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been? And you're asking me this?
The much anticipated sequel to that remake that people
as far as I know,
kind of liked, but a lot
Cloud
of
was
people
never in
didn't. Also,
Nibelheim 5 years ago.
remember an hour ago when we thought this might be GTA 6?
It is the very essence of our star.
Yes, this is a part 2. This is a part 2 that they'd already acknowledged was being made, and the last game, it's a 3-part. The remake of the 7 is a 3-part thing, if I'm not mistaken.
Shadows of the Mad, I believe you called them.
Sephiroth was in
I can't think of much more of a bummer to end on.
Whatever
For me
happened,
personally, I don't.
he's alive.
I've never given a shit about Final Fantasy. I played like 2 hours of the remake of 7.
After 5 years.
And I was like,
doing who
man,
knows what.
that's not especially good.
Well now, think we woke it up.
Angered it, more like.
I mean, I'm sure people are super hyped about this, don't get me wrong, but...
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest, Elena.
She may be new, but she's still...
Oh, they put Andrew Tate in it. Oh, no. Get him out of there. You're not excited? Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2? Possibly because you're bitch made. Is that a good Andrew Tate? Probably not. One of the worst voices a human has ever had, so it's impossible to impersonate. The thing about that I think is probably really exciting people about this sequel is that when you get to the end of the last game, you basically realize that the name Final Fantasy VII Remake is not just because they're remaking it. They're remaking the story. I can't remember the specifics of it because I'm not a nerd, but they changed the ending of the first act of the story in such a way that you're like. So I guess the intrigue with this game is that okay, what are the branching directions they're going to go in with this series? But not for me.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
Yeah, I know, Gary, you didn't like it. Jack also hated it. I'm fairly sure Jack of Link to the Past fame and.
There you have
That's
it.
the thing,
That was
like that
Final
game was
Fantasy VII
well
Rebirth coming
reviewed
early
and
2024
people did like it, but
to PlayStation 5.
Almost every Final Fantasy head I know hates it.
That's going to do it for Summer Game Fest, our live showcase. But that is not the end of Summer Game Fest. Stay tuned this weekend for updates on many more games during SGF Play Days, a hands-on event for media here in Los Angeles.
Alan Week's putting out
including
0.
Cyberpunk
We're putting out 2.
Phantom Liberty, as well as the Xbox and Bethesda showcase
That's so
on
stupid.
Sunday.
Presumably,
right
it's not
now,
even gonna
though,
fit
stay
on 2
tuned for
Blu-rays
Day of the Devs
anyway.
from IM8bit and Double Fine, which celebrates the independent game culture with a number of new game reveals over the next hour. We'll see you this summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in Germany, and again in December when we come together here in Los Angeles
Wait,
to
Jeff is
celebrate
involved
10
in
years
Gamescom?
of
Holy
the Game
shit,
Awards.
this man's got
Thanks for watching, everyone.
got it locked
we'll
down.
See you soon.
We probably won't watch the Day of the Devs thing. Not super interested. I think that show petered off a lot towards the end. A lot of very ho-hum looking kind of free-to-play games and multiplayer games. I'll go so far as to say, as a person who doesn't give a shit about Final Fantasy, obviously I was disappointed. I can't imagine people were too stoked with that as the grand finale. I think I'd almost have been more interested in Death Stranding 2, even though you might roll your eyes at that because it's like, you know, Jeff and Kojima, their whole thing, but I think I would have been more interested in that. Kojima cuts a good trailer, you know what I mean? Yeah, I would have. That's always the funny thing about these streams. And we've seen Xbox, Sony, and almost everyone except Nintendo. They basically never make these mistakes, but pretty much everyone has fallen into that trap of front-loading it. And it's just kind of like, I would have thrown more of those free-to-play mobile games early. Like, do Mortal Kombat, then a free-to-play one. And then do Alan Wake, and then do it. Like, and so yeah, it kind of felt like you were front-loaded the first hour, and then it was just like... Okay, well, we're getting a Cuphead trailer, so we'll stick with this for a second. MK1 looked class. It looked class. Are we getting stop motion Cuphead? Or puppeteering Cuphead? I never finished Cuphead. Very cool, obviously. Holy shit, look at this. Oh my god, that's great. Dave Ryan, do not reach for your wallet. Do not reach for your wallet. A marionette Cuphead.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Day of the Dead Digital Showcase. Thanks to Jeff
Hey,
Keighley for having us be part of his Summer Games Fest. And thank you to all of you, the millions of people watching out. Millions of people. God, that can't be right. This thing has really grown since it started 10 years ago here in San Francisco. Day of the Devs was an idea from Double Fine Productions and their friends at IM8-Bit to put on a show that really celebrated video games and focused on the fans and the developers and brought them together to meet and celebrate games. It started as a live event here in San Francisco where we had developers showing their games, where people could play them and also listen to music and eat food and drink. And it was really just a festival of amazing creativity and a very inspiring event. And then during the pandemic, it became digital only. And now we're doing both, a live event and a digital showcase so people from around the world can enjoy all of these amazing games. We had a record number of submissions this year, more people wanting to be part of Day of the Devs than any year previously, and we have more world premieres today than ever before. I'm excited. I hope you're excited, and please, without further ado, enjoy Day of the Devs.
I'm kind of curious to see what they show, but I don't really want to watch more interviews. I liked him as well, but you know.
There'll be effects on that. It'll sound good.
I'm pleased to introduce a brand new game from a team that is near and dear to my heart. This is from Greg Lobanoff and the team at Wishes Unlimited, who made incredible games like Wandersong and Chicory. Here's their new title, Beastie Ball.
I couldn't get into Chicory. It was cool, but it was so dry. I just couldn't.
Hi, I'm Greg Lobanov, and I am bouncing off the walls excited to finally tell you what my friends and I have been working on together.
Oh, that's a very cute Chicory doll, though.
Introducing Beastie Ball.
Oh my god, look at that art style. Oh my god. Wait, what? Oh, it's an actual sports game.
Beastie Ball is a turn-based RPG where you coach a team of beasties to play Beastie Ball, which is kind of like volleyball. You play as this customizable coach character, and you can explore this huge open world, recruiting all kinds of beasties to your team. Then you can challenge rival sports teams as you rise your way through the Beastie Ball rankings.
Hey, please don't draw a Nintendo on these people.
Beasties are highly social creatures that evolved to play sports. In their natural wild state, they're constantly playing Beastie Ball to build friendships, to settle disputes, and just have fun. When beasties play together, they actually become friends with one another.
Volleyball. I like this art style a lot.
Depending on their personalities and their teamwork style, they can form different kinds of friendships. But whether they become besties or rivals or partners or sweethearts, they'll get some kind of unique combo ability that only that pair of beasties can do, which can turn the tide in a really tough match.
So with this game, we really wanted to emphasize the beasties' agency as living creatures. They're doing their own thing, making their own decisions. They'll only join your team after being convinced by you fulfilling a certain set of conditions while you're playing against them. The goal isn't to collect as many beasties as you can, but to spend time with the ones that you care about and be surprised by the ways that they grow and change, and the bonds that they form with each other. We knew we wanted to create a really wide variety of beasties that each have their own ecological niche and way of playing Beastie Ball. So we're working with a really wonderful bunch of concept artists and spending a lot of time on each design. All the beasties have a range of colors and sizes, and their poses and animations are all hand-drawn, which gives us lots of opportunity to express their personalities and their different ways of moving.
That's so
to help
cute.
give each beastie that personality, we've been doing unique voices for them. Each one can express a range of emotions, and we've had a lot of fun performing that. But it's not all just friendships and rainbows. This game is about sports.
You come from a tiny town built around a nature preserve. You're kind of underdogs until one day when the Beastie Ball League shows up and starts tearing down the preserve to build a stadium. Your only way to stop the construction is to rise all the way to the top of the Beastie Ball League.
Look at that little guy.
Right from the start of your adventure, you'll be able to see all the ranked teams on your map. You decide where to go, who to challenge, and in what order. And every time you defeat a ranked coach, the other ranked coaches become stronger. So no matter which way you go, you'll have a tough and exciting rise to the top.
We're so excited to finally reveal this. It's a really special project for us. And if Beastie Ball looks cool to you too, then please check us out at beastieballgame.com. We're going to be revealing a crowdfunding campaign very, very soon, and we'd love to have your support.
Wow, okay.
Thanks very much. We can't wait to talk to you more about Beastie Ball.
That looks cool. I hope they get that cash money.
In Hyperlight Breaker, Heart Machine's follow-up title in the Hyperlight universe, you'll assume the role of a mercenary with some serious skills. You'll be entering the Overgrowth, an amazing open world with everything from lush rolling hills to deep labyrinths.
I never finished Hyperlight
They'll be
Drifter.
comprised
Again,
of both
thought it was
handcrafted
cool.
and procedural
Got
elements.
kind of bored of trying to
just how
solve
I like
puzzles
my
and stuff.
levels. Like its predecessor, it'll be chock full of secrets and lore, sure to satisfy even the most curious explorer.
I try and
You'll
get back
face
into
off
it.
against
It wasn't bad,
enigmatic enemies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that you've crafted with the spoils of your previous battles. And for those die-hard fans that have been eagerly awaiting its release, we have some never-before-seen sneak peeks. This is Hyperlight Breaker.
Hello, I'm Alex, creative director at Heart Machine, and we're making Hyperlight Breaker.
Oh, this one's fully 3D. Okay. Wow, this looks nice.
Hyperlight Breaker is a huge, stylish, bloody game. As is our MO, it's a game that's vivid but bleak, with a crumbling world that can be brutal and beautiful all at once. It's a major landmark for us, and the first of its kind, an open world game where you never return to the same world twice. You could say it's a mix of incredible open world games like Breath of the
Hyperlight
Wild,
Drifter
distilled into the format of
was
a
an
roguelike such as Dead
isometric
Cells
like
and
faux Zelda game. It was not like
play
this at all.
alone or with friends cooperatively.
Oh, it's got co-op. Okay.
Breaker's narrative will be presented fully through visual storytelling, where you'll discover and decipher the mystery of this world and lost land from long ago.
This looks pretty cool.
Every world will be different, loaded with dangerous creatures, razor-sharp combat, vast overgrown wilderness, long-dead civilizations, and new discoveries in a mysterious, vibrant, yet horribly ominous atmosphere. Each biome in the world is different, with unique dangers, set pieces, and stories of their own. There will be massive bosses to take down in an open structure with dangerous, unique, and challenging sub-bosses scattered throughout runs. You'll pick up new gear, make new builds, unlock new characters, upgrade your equipment as you bring back more and more materials from runs. We've learned so much from our previous games, building up amazing tech.
They also did
deep wells of
Solar
knowledge and
Ash,
experiences
which
of
looked
team.
really cool.
Breaker's
Another one I didn't get to.
culmination of all that
That
incredible
was
work,
3D and
we're
looked a little bit
excited
like
to
this,
have you
so
experience it
I
yourself.
guess it's kind of iterative in that sense. This looks really cool.
We'll have a lot more information on the game as we come closer and closer to early access later this year.
Early access.
And now, in true Day of the Devs fashion, we're traveling halfway around the globe to Transylvania to bring you a game that is not what you expect. From developers Stone Skip and publisher IM8bit Presents, I'm thrilled to bring you a world premiere title that is not only relaxing and enjoyable, it's chill and vibey. Let that anxiety go while you play Simpler Times.
Ready?
Hi there, welcome. I'm Lara.
And I'm Dragos of Stoneskip Studio. We are a small team from Transylvania, and our mission is to create meaningful
Spider-Man
interactive
pre-orders on
experiences.
June 16th.
Our first game, Simpler Times, sheds light to the beauty of the ordinary and serves as
I'll
a
probably
place
be getting
from
that
the
digital
past where you
since-
can be present.
Simpler Times follows
Although, I
Tyra
don't know.
on a heartwarming
Will I try and go
journey
the
through her
Smiths route and
memories
try and get the
as
early
she
delivery?
prepares
We'll
to
see.
leave her childhood home.
Man, it's getting pretty full. It's starting to feel like I'm never gonna come back.
We want you to slow down and savor the present moment by immersing you in Tyna's world.
It's apple picking season. My favorite.
Through visual storytelling and mindful interactions, you will journey alongside her as she delves into her past and uncovers her authentic self.
With each puzzle, Taina grows closer to adulthood and you'll be there to guide her. From simple activities like picking dried leaves from a plant to more complex ones like building a birdhouse, you'll interact with objects that hold sentimental
Don't tell me
value
there's a
for
class
Taina.
Spider-Man 2
I
figure.
really wish I could save you.
I
with
just
me.
recently talked
Maybe
myself
we
out of
start
going
next
for the
together.
The €200 Mortal Kombat pre-order with the statue.
We live in it.
I can try and
We wanted
justify
to
everything
create a
now with The
space
Office. I'm
where
like,
players
I
can
have a
take a break,
background. I have to
slow
put cool
down,
stuff
and
in
enjoy
it.
something meaningful.
€250 for the Spider-Man one. Get fucked.
Simpler times.
Pre-order
stems from
prices are
stories
going
we
up.
believe
It's
people
crazy. The
told
special
and
edition
heard.
prices are getting crazy.
Inspired by this very place we're now sitting in, the game
Alright, we're
is
not
a
going to close the
reflection
stream.
of the
I have to see
physical
this. This
spaces
game looks
we
very
spend
cute, by the way. No
time in,
disrespect to
and
this
the
game. But
memories we hold dear.
I've spent so much time here looking out the window. It's hard to believe that I won't see this view for a while.
We want to build a sense of awareness and appreciation for the world around us, encouraging you to reflect on your own memories and experiences.
Simpler Times is coming soon on PC and other
Oh,
platforms,
skins,
so
of
make sure
course.
to wishlist on Steam and follow us on social media.
Thanks for taking the time to listen. We hope
Digital
you enjoyed
Deluxe with
playing
even more
Simpler
skins.
Times
Love
as
it. We
much
love
as
video
enjoyed
games, so we.
creating
Oh,
it.
Bye.
It's like childhood is the
how do I zoom in?
beach and growing up is the sea.
I can't zoom in on this fucking
Can
thing.
I still take all these
Oh,
seashells
that
with
looks so
me?
cool.
Can I lock them in a chest with my memories?
Is it 250 quid cool? I'm not sure about that. That edition has no disc. Oh my god! Video game companies
It's a really
suck
unique
my
puzzle
fucking
game built
hole.
around a camera mechanic where the photos that you take.
Damn. I
become
mean, I know I was
3D
just saying earlier that the disc is
This
like
is Viewfinder.
fucking decorative at this stage, but give me the fucking decorative thing if you're selling me 250 quid's worth. I hate that shit.
Viewfinder is a difficult game to describe.
Oh, there's a
Why?
demo out
But
for
if
this
you saw it,
today,
you'd immediately
Viewfinder, and it's
recognise
out
it.
in a few weeks. It looks fantastic. This looks fantastic. This game.
It is a game that, you know, gives players a lot of freedom.
What's an old photograph doing here?
Here's the gimmick for this game.
Take photos or find photos and then make them into.
Look at
real
that. That
3D
is
spaces.
so cool.
Hang on, did you just shift reality? Sick.
Oh god, why does
What
every
makes it
character
unique
have
is
to
the
talk
central
like
mechanic
that?
where you're using a camera and pictures to reshape and reconfigure the world around you in order to solve challenges in creative ways.
It's such a unique experience, and I think everybody is just gonna have a different
Oh man,
experience.
it's
of how
such
they
a
play
cool
Viewfinder,
idea.
and
I hope
that's
this is
just
as good as it
a really
looks.
nice thing to it.
This is one of those games that this has been around for a while, and every time a GIF does the rounds of it, I'm like, holy shit, when is this coming out? It's finally coming out soon.
That doesn't look right.
There's a demo out today on PS5 and PC, I believe.
You can rotate reality too.
If I was to compare Viewfinder to other games, I'd say it's like the gameplay of Portal combined with the visual illusions of Superliminal or Antechamber.
Yeah, very,
I've also
very
compared it
superliminal.
to
And
The
Antechamber,
Witness
Antechamber is
and,
quite
Manifold
underrated. I feel like
Garden
time has
and
kind of
various
forgotten
other
Antechamber a little
puzzle
bit.
games. It's a
I got
puzzle
like
game,
motion
but
sickness
it's
from
very
Antechamber. It was
sandboxy and
a very
playful
visually
and
weird game, but
open-ended.
it's super.
The whole concept of when we started is that when you actually create something, you do destroy a lot of things, and you know that's just a very important lesson in creation. Viewfinder is created by different people, and you know we have people from all over the world who have such a diverse and interesting cultures.
Oh man,
Each character
that's
comes from a
cool.
different culture.
God
There's a lot of
damn.
sort of culture-specific props and items and themes who you learn about.
This is on
mostly
PS5.
through
I know that for a
environments
fact.
and
This is
storytelling.
on console.
And so we've tried to sort of make these special spaces that really represent.
I'm
that
sure they'll say it
character,
here on this, but
who
there is
they
a
are,
demo
what they
out.
like to do.
I'm sure you noticed by now, but using film was always Mirren's idea. One of her many passions.
Oh shit.
Celia was always fond of games.
It's just very important for us to just put in what we know so that the rest of the world could also, you know, have a glimpse of the experiences that we've had.
This must be the next stage. Let's go.
No, Day. I pretty
We
sure
received
Wario
a record
shared
number
a
of submissions for
date
this summer
earlier
Game
today.
Fest
I may
edition
have
of Day of
been
the Devs.
I
But
think
this next game didn't
that demo
actually
is
come
out.
through that process. We have eyes everywhere, and the curation team is always looking for games. This next one actually came from
Demo on
Twitter
PSN,
because the
thank you,
creator
Mitch.
was posting all these amazing GIFs, and we reached out via DM and asked if we could feature the game. So here it is, this beautiful, gorgeous, hand-drawn ghost story called Haunty.
Hello everyone, my name is Leo Dasso, and I'm
I assume
together we're making a game
Jeff
called Haunty.
and Tim Schafer are not. They're working separately to put together their own things. But if I was Jeff, I would have loved to pull rank and taken half of these.
The main mechanic in Haunty is that as a ghost, you can haunt things and get access to their abilities. There's a big variety of things that you can haunt in this game. I think you'll have a lot of fun sort of exploring around and see what
Lord,
different
this
things
is a
you
nice
can
looking
haunt
game.
and
Wow.
the abilities that they give you. Core mechanics resemble very much a twin-stick shooter. However, unlike twin-stick shooters, it focuses less on the high-intensity moments and more on finding creative ways to use the twin-stick paradigm to create fun solutions to the challenges in the game. Haunty follows the story of a ghost in the afterlife, and beyond that, it really expands into a lot of ghosts in the afterlife.
Haunty is
and
a
sort
funny
of the
name.
stories that they have. The progression and story of Haunty both center around collecting these stars, and the stars have this special ability that
Aw,
they give
Matthew, thank you for the
ghosts
raid.
access
Greatly
to
appreciated.
pieces
You
of their past
gentleman.
life that they've left
Be a
behind.
gentleman. Hello, Matthew viewers.
The environments
we
and
were just
characters
saying
are all
the
carefully crafted with a
this
2D
Day of the
hand-drawn
Devs
style,
presentation
so
is
there's a lot of
perhaps
painstaking
outshining
frame-by-frame
Mr.
animation
Keeley's
work in
so
there.
far.
And we have a
Although I like the
fantastic
Keeley part as
soundtrack.
well. And rest in peace, Shiki Baby. We got our Shiki Baby reference in earlier as well, actually. We've been paying respect to Shiki Baby all night.
And so it all sort of comes together to give you this sort of tour through the afterlife, chilled out experience.
I don't want to be reductive, but I'm like, it looks a lot. The gimmick looks a bit like Mario Odyssey, but that is being very reductive. That is being very reductive.
Wishlist it. It helps us out a lot.
I feel like the audio on
The next
that Nick
game
Gage
is a bit of a
clip
blast
is a
from the
little out of
past.
sync. I may need to
It arrived on
re-upload
the
it or
scene
something
around
like
12
that.
years ago,
Used to be a lot
quickly became the
snappier.
talk of the town and won a handful of awards, including the Seamus McNally Grand Prize at GDC's Independent Games Festival. But then, shortly
There's
afterwards,
such a chilled
both the game
vibe
and
to
its
this. Like, I
creator
thought the Keeley thing was really good. All the
That game
speakers were
was
really
Car
good.
Life,
But
a
it was
slice of
very
life
staged
simulator
presentation.
game
It's
that
Nicolas
shows
Cage. It's this
various
guy.
street vendors
And this is
tasked
just
you with
like
setting up
people
a
just
successful
chatting.
business,
Hey
selling
man,
bagels
we made
from
this cute
newspapers.
game. Isn't it cute?
As the story
I'm
unfolds,
like, yeah, it is.
you
It is
find
cute.
yourself making tough
Good job.
choices and trying to balance keeping your business afloat with the needs of your character and their families. It was
Yeah,
a
I'm still
truly
on
unique,
Streamlabs, and
powerful,
I've been
special
thinking
game,
of
and
migrating
super sad
to
it's been unplayable now for the
to
better part of a
OBS.
decade.
But I haven't had the guts yet to actually jump to the big boy program. You know what I mean? I'll get to it. I'll get to it. All right.
Hi, I'm Nick Herman. I'm with Ad Hoc Studio, and we're here to show you Cart Life. Cart Life is a retail simulator
Cart
developed
Life
by
been
Richard
out, I
Hoffmeyer
feel?
and was originally released in 2013, where
okay,
it
there
won
we
a
go.
bunch of awards at the Independent Games Festival. For a variety of reasons,
It
he ended
does
up
look
pulling
a
it
bit
off
like a
Steam,
little
but
Effie.
all of us at Ad Hoc are such big fans of Richard's work. Now we're partnering with him to help bring it back.
There has been a degree of charm radiating off every single game they've shown so far.
In Cart Life, you can play as 3 different characters in any order. Each have their
Yada,
own
yada,
unique
booze.
background and circumstances, but what they all have in common is that they're trying to make it as street vendors. Melanie is a recently divorced mother and has moved back into her family home with her daughter, all the while trying to establish her new coffee cart.
I will never forget that whole debacle.
Andres is a Ukrainian immigrant who is trying to put down roots in a new town by opening.
Oh
a
yes,
new
sorry,
city.
you've made the
And
exact
Vinny
mistakes that
has
we have
big
made on the
dreams,
podcast
but
at
never
least
enough
once in the
money
past.
to make
You've
it
mixed up
happen.
Disco
He's hoping
Machine and
that
Disco
selling his
Inferno.
homemade bagels will
Perfectly
help turn
understandable.
things around for him.
Perfectly understandable.
Managing
but we
your
all
own
do it.
cart is not
Jura
an easy
Online,
job.
thank you for following, by the way.
Just like in real
I was so
life,
confused with
in
how
cart
delayed
life,
my Nick
your
Gage
resources are
soundbite was.
limited.
I forgot to say thank you. Greatly appreciated.
You need to take care of yourself and others, and how you prioritize the needs of your cart against the personal needs of each character will determine
Okay, it's
the
down to
outcome of the
18
stories.
degrees currently. I'm really glad Twitch doesn't have smell-o-vision. Lads, I'm not doing well in this room. I got the windows closed because there's a lot of noise outside, and God damn, I'm hot.
The world of cart life is alive and filled with characters who are
this
potential
cider is very
customers
warm
that
as well
you'll
at
get
the
to
bottom of the
know as you
can.
try to build your business. There's no right or wrong way to play this game. What players choose to do with the time that they have with each character is entirely up to them. Everyone's experience will be different.
I was about to call this
based on the choices
Game
they
Boy
make
aesthetic, but
and
is
what
that
they
like
prioritize and
the Game Boy
even
couldn't
the
do
order
this?
in which
That's
they
probably
choose
too
to play
generous
the
for the Game
characters.
Boy.
This release is going to have a bunch of new story content, new art.
Am I crazy,
updated
or was
controls
there
and
a
mechanics,
Silicon
and we really
Valley
look forward to sharing it all
smell-o-vision
with you
revival in the
on
last
PC and
10
console
years?
later this
Someone
year.
tried to crowdfund some bullshit that was like a headset that did that. That's real, right? I didn't Mandela effect that. That is real. I would not use it on this Twitch channel, but I feel like that they did try and do a comeback. Also, I'm not sure who said it earlier in the chat, but absolutely
This
wish
skateboard
listing has
renaissance
replaced
been going on for the
pre-ordering
last couple years
in
in
an
games,
effort
and as
to
we
play
get
the
deeper into the grind
algorithm game.
revival, things are getting
It
a
is
little more
annoying,
avant-garde and daring. This next one gives you all that Tony Hawk mechanical goodness that you crave, but
Oh?
with a heavy helping of demons and brimstone.
Oh?
This is the world premiere of Hellskate.
Hello, my name is Jordi van den Bussen, also known as Kwobbelkop. I'm the CEO and founder of
Also known as what?
Fantasy. And today, we'll be talking about Hellskate.
Oh, this looks good already. Oh,
all right, Anton. First try. Here we go.
oh, buddy. Okay, video games are back.
No!
Any cynicism you may have previously heard on this stream,
All right, that's it.
yeah, it's over. Video games are back.
Too slow.
All that stuff I said about all the cynical trends and everything is the same now, that wasn't even me. That was AI.
Hellskate takes place in Vertime.
Holy shit,
Here
this
you
looks
play
good.
as Anton Falcon, a skater through and through. All Anton wants to do is skate at Vertime's fabled beach, even if that means he has to go through the
Grinding on a
goddamn
dragon.
monsters
We're
doing
grinding on a
anything
dragon.
to stop him and his skater friends from doing what they love most. The skateboard mechanics are very similar to the arcade-like games such as Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I mean, our lead game designer Steve actually worked on Tony Hawk's Underground.
It started a long time ago, the idea, and the far-off, far-flung land of 2002. I worked on a game called Tony Hawk Underground, and at the time we were
Oh,
working
look
on
at
it,
that
we were
240p
thinking, man, this
trailer,
really looks a lot like
probably
an
from
RPG or
GameSpot
an
back
action
in the
RPG
day.
with all these stats and you're upgrading and all this kind of stuff. It's super cool, super neat, right? But of course, we're bound to Tony Hawk. We're bound to the real pro skaters. It always seemed to me that skate graphics create and imply
Uncle
such
Phil.
an interesting world, but it's not a coherent world that you can visit. So that was one of the motivations behind Hellskate. Hellskate is a
I will say,
skateboarding roguelike game.
the feel in
It
your
fuses
hand of a
together
controller
old
is obviously
school
completely
skateboarding
different,
with
but
the
just
tricks
looking
and
at video of the
traversal,
gameplay,
manuals,
this
grinds,
looks like it
jumps,
has that
bounce
feel.
meters with,
Do you get what I'm saying?
structure.
This looks like they nailed it, but again, I
Just
also
like
thought
with
that about
other games in the
Skateboard, and then when
roguelike genre,
Skateboard came out, it
death is
felt
a
like
central mechanic
shit
in the game.
in the hand.
When you die in a run, thankfully you don't lose everything. You keep your resources, which you can use to get permanent upgrades such as tattoos.
It's a
or
roguelike. This
skateboards,
game
which act
could
as
not
weapons.
be more for me. Oh man, this is like my favorite thing they've shown all day.
A fast-paced skateboard hack and slash. While you have your light and heavy attacks, the core of the gameplay revolves around your skateboarding tricks.
The game should be quite easy for people to pick up and play. It has a combat system which is meant to be very friendly, very forgiving and rewarding, especially at the beginning, and then gradually it teaches you and ramps up.
Is that a parry?
the
That
skill
looks
of
like a
skateboarding,
parry.
Where you need it, when you need it.
Why did you stop me from skating?
Look at yourself. your wing, your
I love
arm.
those
What do
character
you think happens when that
portraits.
gets to
I
your
love that.
head?
Thank you for watching this
No
reveal
date.
of
Alright.
Hellskate. Wishlisting the game would mean the world to us. Thank you.
I will do that for you because you save video games. That looks great. That looks fantastic. That
In our
looks
next
absolutely
game,
fantastic.
Henry Halfhead, you play as Half a Head.
All right, that's a
it.
great name.
That's the game. But it's so much more than that too.
Henry
because
Halfhead,
you
I'm
see,
down with.
Henry
Hopefully the game
can
actually
be
looks
many
good.
things, can be anything, in fact. He has the curious ability to be able to transform into anything he can reach. Using this peculiar power and perplexing form, you'll live the life of the title character, navigating sandbox situations crafted by Zurich-based developers Lululu Entertainment, and in so doing, maybe ponder the philosophical questions. Who is? How is? What does it mean to be Henry Halfhead?
Welcome! May I introduce you to Henry? Henry's not just anyone. If they're anything, they're, well, everything. Henry can transform into everything in their reach. Yes, everything. And that's how they manage their daily life.
The familiar noise of Henry's alarm clock announces the dawn of a new day, and it will keep ringing until Henry gets up and calms the nervous, quivering machine.
Look at the schnoz.
Tick tock, tick tock.
This is very cute.
At least half awake, Henry is ready for their morning routine, which they usually start by making their bed. Staying in bed is tempting, but only leads to regret later.
Absolutely.
Henry knows that if you want to change
Absolutely,
the world,
boys.
you have to start off by making your own bed.
Can we give it up for making
Completing
your
this
bed in
simple
the chat?
task in the morning gives Henry a little bit of pride and the feeling of control over their life. With part of the morning routine done, Henry was ready to freshen up.
This is very cute. This is very cute. Take a soapy bath.
For hours, Henry could sit there, lifting the seat up and down, pretending it was a singing mouth. Not too hot, not too cold. Henry bought a turmeric soap. They didn't know, they just liked the color. It's actually great for their skin. That got all the dirt. Henry should now dry themselves. All clean and dry, Henry is now ready for a proper breakfast.
Yeah, there's been the
Breakfast
shift
with a
to
warm
Day of the
beverage
Devs
is
has been
important,
real.
and so is keeping up with the
All
news.
right, we're getting away from every popular trend, and here are some interesting video game pitches for a change. It's funny, I liked the KEIGHLEY part a lot, but as we said earlier, the pacing just really hurt it. I feel like the second half was so weak that I feel like I've already kind of forgotten and moved on from what you call it, from the good stuff in that stream. Oh my god, Henry just demolished that apple that they were part of a second ago.
Well fed and well informed, Henry has to get ready and pack for work. If Henry takes their lunchbox and leaves now, they can catch the 8 o'clock bus.
Double the Henry, double the fun.
Oh, buddy, here we
Henry's
go.
Not so ordinary everyday life in code mode. Henry, everyday life
That's
with a twist.
great. That looks great. Wishlist it, boys. We're coming away with more wishlists on this stream than I've done in my
Our
entire
next game is from Jeppe Carlsen,
previous
the creator
years
who's
of
perhaps
existence.
best well known for his work as master puzzle creator on Limbo and Inside. We had the honor of working with him to publish 2 of his solo projects as part of Double Fine Presents: rhythm action platformer 140 and co-op arcade shooter Thoth. two of the most fiendishly well-designed and fun puzzle games I've ever played.
I
that
don't
truly
think I've
give
ever
you
heard
a
of those. I've
sense
heard of
for
Limbo,
and
obviously.
appreciation of Yeppy's contributions to those
Oh
played
god, it
titles.
might be because of the
His
Hoover.
new game sees him teaming back up
That
with
is a
Jakob
very good
Schmidt,
shout.
composer of 140.
Where is he from?
and
The
applying his
developer,
trademark
Zurich?
puzzle skills to a beautiful, mind-bending adventure game. This is Cocoon.
Hello, I'm Jakob, co-founder and audio director of Geometric Interactive in Copenhagen. I would like to show you what our amazing team has been working on for the last couple of years. Our game, Cocoon.
They showed this briefly before, didn't they? I believe. Yeah, the Limbo and Inside team, they had some... I don't know if the details ever came to it. They had a bit of a messy split, didn't they? Like, that game Somerville came out from some of the remnants of that team, and then obviously this guy who is the lead designer went off and did his own thing. And it's funny because they both seem to be making stuff that's obviously following in that lineage, but obviously not working together. I don't know if it ever came out what happened there. I mean, there doesn't have to be a story. Sometimes people go their separate ways. But.
Cocoon is an adventure game with multiple worlds, and each of these worlds are contained within an orb. Let me demonstrate by jumping out of the world which we are currently exploring.
I was not a big Inside
Just
guy.
like that,
I love Limbo. I
we are now in a
feel
world
like I was like the
outside.
low man on Inside.
The orange orb here contains the world we were previously exploring.
Don't smash it.
Let's jump out one more time.
Oh, this is...
We are now in a world even further outside and can explore
Have
this
you ever
world
seen that
using
episode
the
of Rick and
orange orb
Morty
that
where
we
they go
picked
into the battery and there's a world within the battery? What?
Orbs can be placed on switches to power devices and solve puzzles.
Right.
And you can even throw them into pipes.
Okay. I like the idea that, like, that's a whole level you're carrying around, you know what I mean?
You can use the hierarchy of worlds within worlds to solve interesting puzzles. For example, to safely avoid this moving barrier, you simply jump out of the world, let it pass by, and jump back in.
Okay, interesting.
Now, Cocoon is not only about exploration and puzzles.
I mean, I think.
Within
I mean, when you look
each
at the
world,
previous
you have
games
to
this guy
face
has
a
made,
mighty guardian.
I think they pretty much are just.
Here is the
kind of-
first glimpse.
You
of
just
one
gotta
of these
play them
encounters.
type games. You know what I mean? Yeah, this looks like a game I would not like to play on stream. I feel like I would really expose myself as a dumb fuck if I tried to do this on stream. That was also part of my issue with Hyper Light Drifter, which I mentioned there. I guess when they showed the sequel, I said I got 2 hours or so in, and I bounced off it. I got stuck, which also didn't help. It was probably a very obvious solution. Maybe I'll go back to it.
We hope you look forward to exploring the mysterious worlds of Cocoon, releasing later this year on Steam, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch.
That looked alright. Yeah, I'm not racing to wish this down, but that looked alright. Oh, it says collision is showing up on the Fight app. Okay. I mean, I assumed it would eventually.
And now, I'm pleased to
I'm
bring
still
you
bracing
a
for a
title from
price
French-Canadian
increase. I
developer
think they
Impossible.
will surely increase the
In
price.
this relaxing artistic exploration game,
If
you
Fight
play
Forever was
painter
on this,
with a
that would be
watercolor
so
brush
cool.
and a whole city to explore. This game
And
is
now
more than
some
appropriate for
folks
Day of the Devs
from
Summer Game Fest
the beautiful
edition
nation
because
of
it's titled
Japan.
Été in French.
An interesting
translates
spin
to
on
the
the
word
world of
summer.
professional wrestling.
Hi,
with
my
their
name is
unique
Laszlo,
brand.
and I'm the creative director
of Blood and
at
Guts.
Impossible. We are a small
Ukes.
Montreal-based indie studio working on our first title, Été.
Yeah, I saw the reveal that it's going to be on Wednesdays on ITV4, which is, you know, apparently Dynamite does well on ITV4, so fair play.
In Été, you see the world through the eyes of a painter, with every surface acting like a blank canvas, just waiting for you to fill it with color.
Okay, this looks really nice.
Été means summer in French, because it's set in our French-speaking hometown of Montreal, Canada, as you step into the shoes of a painter who's traveling abroad for, well, the summer. This is a game for people who love pure exploration. You're free to roam open city scenes at your own pace, following your curiosity, getting sidetracked, and discovering secrets along the way.
Well, like, I think the thing to remember about Dynamite's performance in the UK is it is on ITV4 as well, isn't it?
When you fill something with
like, I
paint,
know
you'll
like it's
express its color
ITV4, but it's
as
still
well
a
bits of experience.
very
And as you
accessible
level
channel
up,
and a
you'll
good
become
time
able
slot,
to
and it's
unleash larger
wrestling, and
splashes
it's,
of paint that
you
reveal
know,
a bigger part of the world
never
at
forget
once.
how well TNA did. Never forget how well TNA did. And TNA was no AEW, you know. This looks really cool, by the way. Without sidelining it too much with wrestling
You'll
chat.
also meet plenty of locals, taking part in their lighthearted, everyday anecdotes. And some of them
Sorry,
will even
Garrett.
commission artworks from you.
That was revenge for the Fortnite slander.
Whoa.
Using your bike,
Let's turn down my
you can
ring light. I
travel
was getting a
quickly
little bit
back to
blown
your
out there.
apartment and paint those commissions on canvas.
Loads of people still watch things on Snowboy, especially on TV Snowboy, especially in this part of the world. I don't
That's
get it
where
either.
your creativity comes into play. At your easel, you can
Remember when I
create
moved into this
gorgeous
house, my mom was
watercolor
asking me,
artworks
like, are you going to get
using
Sky?
anything you've
I was like,
discovered
no,
in
why
your
would I get that?
expedition so
I
far.
don't, like...
Stamps on your canvas can be freely moved, resized, rotated in 3D, and even recolored. The canvas is pretty much your sandbox that lets you put your own spin on commissions.
Holy shit.
And if you're feeling inspired, you can paint as many creative artworks as you like without
The
any kind
amount of, like,
limitation.
just super
With
interesting,
hundreds of
cool,
unlockable
unique
stamps at your
ideas we've
disposal,
seen
and
in the
dozens of
40
finishes
minutes
inspire
they've been
you,
on
the
air.
only limit really
It's
is your
crazy. Like, it's just, you can make games with
Apart from
interesting
living your
ideas.
best
It
life
is
as the
possible.
friendly
This
neighborhood
stream
painter,
has proved
You'll
it.
also get to meet other like-minded artists, like Marianne, an ambitious photographer, and Theo, a talented musician, among many others. If you manage to befriend them, maybe they'll let you in on their best-kept secret, an abandoned building that could become your very own painting studio. But you'll have to dive into that story for yourself. It is coming out in 2024, and we hope you'll enjoy your adventures as a traveling painter in this lovingly crafted,
Yeah, the funny thing about all
whimsical
these
summer
super
world.
interesting games is that they're probably made by tiny teams who, as we saw earlier, have to
Hi, everybody.
crowd
How are you liking the show
fund
so
and
far? This is the time where we
probably
take a
crunch
brief
themselves to
break
death.
talk about the long and complicated process by which we accept
Oh
games
boy, don't
into
say
the nominating
Feek. We're not
committee
bringing Feek
and all
back.
the legal ramifications and
God,
the technical
that's
rules that go with
terrible.
the counting of the
Tim, sorry. I thought that, yeah, I thought I was doing something here too. Ah.
Oh god, Feek
Alright.
is so funny.
Hey, Kelly from Indie Mega Booth here.
Gotta
with a very
make
exciting
sure
announcement.
Feek and Frigid don't
We're
fall
back.
out of Irish vernacular. They're too wonderful. Oh lord.
If you're a fan of indie
I did
games,
not
you may
catch the
have
name of
seen the
the
Indie
indie
Mega Booth at shows like
Too busy
PAX West
talking
and
about
PAX East over the last
AW's
decade,
ITV4
bringing together a
ratings.
curated selection of the best up-and-coming indie titles. Games like Crypt of the Necrodancer, Tunic, Disco Elysium,
Remember, I still
Spiritfarer,
haven't watched that Disco Elysium
Celeste,
documentary. I want
Mini
to get to it.
Metro,
I also still haven't
Astroneer,
finished Disco Elysium.
The
so-
Stanley Parable, and Papers, Please have all been part of the Indie Mega Booth community. If you're a dev, you'll likely know us from our industry work, such as our GDC showcases, our presence at Bit Summit, our global outreach and events, including a robust scholarship and grant program. And if you've never heard of any of this, well, that's fine. Just think of us as like a stepping stone into the games industry, where folks who love indie games can connect with each other, discover new games, and be part of a welcoming, diverse, broad
I would like to go to a
community.
PAX. I would like to go to one of those things.
Indie Mega Booth has been in hibernation
Just
during the
once to say I
pandemic,
went,
but we were
you
so
know?
excited to announce that we're finally waking up from our big long slumber, and we're ready to move forward with IMB 2.0. Head on over to our brand new website, indiemegabooth.com, and be in
What do you
the
mind?
know by
Dave
signing up
really
for
wanted
our
me to go to
newsletter.
E3 when they started
Learn about
selling
new
tickets.
games, upcoming
I don't know,
showcases,
man. All I hear
digital
from people who go to
sales,
E3
and the
is
best
how
ways to
shit.
help support the games and developers that you know and
And
love.
don't get me
As
wrong,
we've always
when they
said,
started letting the
individually
public
we're
in,
tiny, together
There was
we're
people
mega.
telling stories about how they queued all day to play like 2 games, but they loved it. I'm like, I don't know if I want to go to fucking LA to stand in a
We have
queue
another
for 6
world
hours
premiere for
to
y'all,
play a game
and it's
that'll be
also
out in 2
really
months. Do you know
thematically
what I mean?
appropriate for this showcase. You'll see why in a second.
Call me,
It's from the
call me an
aesthetically
absolute
amazing
fucking
studio
hipster
called
loser,
Vanity.
fucking
They're famous
nerd.
for the Alto series
I'd rather
that
go
you
to
know
something
and
like
love, but this
PAX
next
and
one is
play
not
some
what
games
you're
I've never
expecting
heard
from
of.
them.
You know what I mean?
It'll be hurting your way. It'll be flocking your way.
Growing up, I
No,
absolutely
haven't heard.
wanted to go to E3, but I wanted to go to
It'll be
E3 when
hurting
you
your
weren't
way
supposed to go to
next
E3
year.
because it wasn't
It's
a
called
public thing.
Summerhill.
You know what I mean? Like they only started selling tickets when it was basically already down the toilet.
Hi there, my name is Harry Nesbitt, and I'm the
That-
founder and creative
it looks
director
like
of
Bizarro
Lamb
Mark
We're
Robinson.
a small team
Mark,
from the
if you're in
UK,
the chat, or Dave,
best
if you're still
known
in the
as
chat,
developers of the Alto's Adventure series.
tell him that
Now, over the last
he's got
few
a
years,
doppelganger
we've been
out
busy
there.
growing the team and laying the groundwork for our most
He could play
ambitious
Mark
project
in a
yet.
Dark Side of the Ring
It's an
recreation.
entirely new IP that aims to build on the themes that we care about most as a studio. And we're super excited to be able to share this exclusive first teaser with you today. So please,
Right, I know
take
he's been
a look,
working hard on
and
this
I'll be
game,
back
so
at the
let's
end
see
to
what
tell
it
you more.
is. I have not seen Spider-Verse yet. I'm seeing Spider-Verse tomorrow. It currently has a 4.7 on Letterboxd, which is like insane. I think it is the #1 rated film of all time on Letterboxd currently, which is very funny. I have seen more than a few people I would trust not coming out very happy with it. I know Snowboy, you weren't. A couple of other people I follow were not. I'm very curious to see. Similar to John Wick 4, which obviously I ended up loving. I'm kind of going in a little bit trepidatious because the first one was so fucking good. I'm like, how do you do that? How do you top that? We'll see. I'm seeing it in 24 hours. I'll report back. But yeah, it is. Yeah, a 4.7 is an absolute comical rating. Sorry, I completely flew off that trailer. I apologize because I was too busy talking about
We
Spider-Verse.
hope you enjoyed this first look at our brand new game, Summerhill.
Apologies, Mark.
To give you a little bit more detail, Summerhill is a story-driven puzzle game in which you play as a young shepherd and their dog. Together you'll be setting out to rescue your lost flock that have been scattered across the mysterious land that lies at the border of your home. Summerhill brings together gentle problem-solving, fluid herding-based gameplay, and striking pastoral landscapes to tell a timeless coming-of-age folktale. As a team, we've been massively inspired by the rich history and cultural impact of sheep herding across the world. There are few people or places that haven't been impacted in some small way by the practice of shepherding. Even the name, Summerhill, is a name often given to highland pastures where sheep are taken to graze during the warmest months of the year. In many ways, sheep herding is in our DNA, and we really want to do justice
I'm also
to
kind of
this
sick of
timeless
hearing about the
tradition
original Spider-Verse.
and tell
I
a
think it's
story that
incredible.
could only be told
Right?
in this way.
It's
We're
just
also
like, it's
super
like
excited
any
to be
other
working
Marvel
again
thing
with
that
our longtime
overachieves and is really, really
Todd
good.
Baker.
We have to start
Todd
acting
is a
like it
composer
reinvented the
and audio
wheel, and it's the
designer, best known for his work on games
do
such
you know what I
as
mean?
Valley
It's
2,
just.
Dreams, and our
I mean, this
very
is
own
definitely
Alto's
an
Policy.
I'm excessively online
We
problem,
can't wait to share more with you,
and
so
not
if
a
you'd
real
like to be the
problem.
first to hear about what we're up to, please
For
head
a
over
film
to
I
our
fucking
Steam
love,
page
every
to
time people
wishlist
talk
the
about it, I'm
game,
like, shut the
or go
fuck
to
up,
summerhill.game to
please
join our
calm
mailing list.
down.
Thanks again, and we look forward to sharing more with you again soon.
Every time one of these comes out, we gotta see people go, finally, time to respect animation as cinema. It's
Next
like,
up,
what
we have an update on Eternight.
world are you
This is
from
Studio
where
Side,
it's not?
essentially a
Like, oh
one-person team
god.
with a few friends helping out on the side. And it's a dating action game. Now, you've heard a lot about this.
Uh-oh, ARG
title.
coming in.
What's happening?
Yeah, I also saw the it's so good it'll kill
I know I
AI
shouldn't be
shit.
interrupting Day of the Devs. But it's urgent.
Like, dude, you're gonna be
virus
really
has turned
depressed when you
most
see
of us
how how much companies race to use AI. They're already doing it. It's depressing as fuck. The idea that a good movie is going to stop that.
And the road will be long, but
That's the age we live in, man. It's
find one more thing worth fighting for.
people hoping they can enact change by consuming good media. It's everything. Do you know what I mean? It's just like people don't know how to enact change in a way that does not revolve around consuming a thing.
Sometimes with all these infected.
We're ignoring this anime game because we're getting very deep about
And it's
our
during
shitty
these moments
future.
that I'm happy to have someone to lean on. Fighting for our lives, solving puzzles.
Dating action game, yeah. When he was describing it before we started, I was like,
special by your side to make things less scary.
Just a reminder for the schedule, by the way. If anyone is new, again, thank you, Mafu, for the raid. Thank you all of Mafu's viewers and pals for stopping by. We will be watching the Xbox stream on Sunday, which I believe is also going to be a 2-hour job. 1 hour of miscellaneous Xbox things and 1 hour of Starfield. Or maybe not an hour, but the second hour will be Starfield. And then on Monday, we will be watching the Ubisoft stream.
You can just fight
Wednesday, we will be starting Ultimate Spider-Man, and Thursday, we will be watching Dwayne Johnson's seminal 2005 film, Doom, based on that video game we all like. So if you are new, I do hope you stick around and watch those with me. Obviously, once again, here's your disclaimer, there will be no VOD for Doom, so try and get by live if you can at all.
I mean, so many things like train, scavenge.
Snowboy, I think I know the game you're talking about. The
Anyway,
oh yeah, the date your weapons game.
all these activities if you want to save the world.
It was pretty. It was popping off very briefly when it came out, if I recall correctly. That one actually had a date, of course.
Now.
Oh, they showed that at the
Italian
PlayStation thing at
Icelandic
Turnites. Yeah, I remember
developer
that.
Evil Licorice comes a nostalgia-fueled gadget-building sim that demystifies electronics engineering and allows you to share your creations with the community.
Hello everyone, I'm Marco Bancale from Evil Licorice, and I'm one of the designers of Retro Gadgets.
Has a game ever screamed Vinny Caravella
Although
more
it takes me forever
instantly
to
in the
build
first
something like this,
in the
I
first
love
10
the feeling of
seconds.
seeing something happening
It looks like
on
you're taking
screen
things
like
apart,
this one
building
when
them. I
I
saw a
take the
soldering
knob
device.
or I press the buttons. And this is where the idea for Retro Gadgets comes from, is to being able to build digital gadgets with little effort. We love
This
Pico
looks
8 by
really
Alexa
cool.
Love because it brings you this retro environment where you can build your own games in Lua. And we also love Shenzhen.io by Zachtronics.
Side note,
because
I
it
was
manages to
thinking
teach you
like a couple of months ago at this
low-level
stage, I
programming
didn't think about it too much.
effortlessly. And Retro
I was
Gadgets
thinking about I
tries
should
to
try as an
take the
on-stream
best of both
on-stream
worlds
activity.
and adds
Why don't
a
I try
layer
and make a
of
game in
hardware
Pico
building
8?
and customization.
Because
All
it's
this
like
is packaged in a
extremely like user
cozy and
accessible. I was like,
retro
that would be amusing
inspired
for about 10 minutes before I gave up.
We have a fantastic community, and
Holy
people
shit.
have been creating insane gadgets that go well beyond our initial expectations. So please join our Discord server and check them out. Retro Gadgets is
that little
early
sizzle reel
access
there
on
was
Steam,
incredible.
and we
Holy
have
shit.
big plans in store. Bye.
I mean, you make a game with a creation tool like that, and
If you've
people are
ever
going to blow
watched
you
Mars
away. You know what I mean? It's like
Curiosity rover on
dreams.
one of its missions, you very well may have become fascinated by one of the hyper-specific contraptions and gadgets it keeps on board to measure soil samples and hunt for traces of water. Our next game poses a very important question, though.
That's all right.
Sure,
so wait, those are
curiosity can tell us the weather
extracurricular. Those are
on
not my
planet
usual
millions
time
of
slot. It's
miles
just for
away.
summer games. So
But
I will not take
can it
offense
deliver a pizza?
for the Monday Night
In
Wars
Mars
coming
First
back.
Logistics from Shape Shop, you'll be given the task of carrying awkwardly shaped objects from point A to point B by assembling and
I'm gonna
piloting
go out on a limb
your
and
very
assume
own
that
Mars
the
rovers.
Ubisoft
And in
fucking
doing so,
stream on Monday will
perhaps you
not
will
have as
solve
much interest.
pepperoni-based
Although I don't know,
problems
that's fucking Prince of
truly
Persia thing earlier today was pretty good.
Hello, I'm Ian McClarty from Shape Shop. We're a small team based in Melbourne, Australia, and we're making this game, Mars First Logistics. In Mars First Logistics, you'll be helping to establish a colony on the surface of Mars. You'll do this by
Oh,
transporting
vehicle building
often
is so
awkwardly
in.
shaped objects between A and B, using vehicles that you design and build yourself.
Yeah, I'll read out the results of whatever 2005 hustle show he's watching. And then when he gets into hour 2, he's going to be watching Heidenreich. He's beating Nunzio again. Wow, what a great stream. Oh, God.
As you complete deliveries, the game will give you
This
new
looks
toys
like
to play
Tears
with.
of the Kingdom or Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts for people who actually have an engineering brain. I don't want to belabor this point, but I cannot believe how innovative and different everything has been on the Day of the Dev stuff. It is like 2 different mediums of entertainment. It really is. Oh yeah, I imagine this is probably long gestating before Tears of the Kingdom.
The game is set in a vast open world, and you're free to pick and choose which jobs you'd like to take on. There's a mix of procedurally generated side jobs and handcrafted main contracts. In the main contracts, you'll be helping to construct new buildings in the game's world.
Big planet, I guess. Are we getting into Kerbal territory with that?
One of the
building a
main
big
challenges
ship?
in the game is figuring out how to pick up each item and deliver it safely to its destination using the parts that you have available.
Yeah, I am also firmly in the camp of no way am I going to be smart enough to play this game. Not a chance. Not a chance.
And as you build up your collection of parts,
as I tweeted a clip
more
earlier today,
creative
I'm
options
barely
will become
managing
available
with
to you.
Tears of the Kingdom.
And I think a lot of the fun in the game is just messing around and being creative in its editor.
That's great.
And finally, I'm really excited to announce that Mars First Logistics will be launching into Steam Early Access on the 22nd of June. That's just 2 weeks away, and we're really looking forward to seeing what
A
everyone
release
builds in
date.
the
There
game.
has not been many release
Thank
dates
you.
on this stream, I will say that. That looks cool. That looks super cool.
You'd think the aftermath of a worldwide flood would be pretty bleak, right? Well, UK and Denmark-based studio Die Gute Fabrik has a different take. From the studio that brought you Mutazione and Sports Friends comes the all-new adventure set in the sprawling post-flood world of Salt Sea. The adventure unfolds differently with every decision, so there's always something new to see in your next playthrough. So buckle your swashes and get ready for the world premiere of the stylish, seaworthy Salt Sea Chronicles.
That was a tongue twister. Respect for pulling that off.
Hello. We are Die Gute Fabrik. I'm Hannah Nicklin from Die Gute Fabrik, and we made Salt Sea Chronicles. We're super stoked to show you the world
Wow, look at
premiere
that art
of
style.
Salt Sea Chronicles today. It's a flooded world, story-driven adventure game where you play as a ship's whole crew. At the beginning of the game, you're going to discover that Maya, your captain, has gone missing, and together your ragtag crew are going to heist a ship and set out across the Salt Sea archipelago in search of clues. In each chapter of the game, you'll decide where to head next, who to explore with from the crew when you get there, and what to say to the people that you meet along
Man,
the
that
way.
art style is cool. Those character portraits are
Salt Sea
crazy.
Chronicles' unique art style is brought to life by beautiful animation, and each location is built on the fragments of this world that came before. Our art team have really done an incredible job. One of my favourite locations is called Los Gatos, and on that island, the people there live symbiotically with this community.
Look at
of
that cat's character portrait. That's so
As you explore, you'll find a brand new trick-taking card game designed especially for the world of Saltsea. It's a really good way to sort of take a break from the story. It's called Spoils, and you can play it all over the archipelago, and you might discover
I'm a
how
sucker
the
for like
community has slightly
just
different
a game
class
where you can
rules.
just play cards away from the main. I played so much cards in Red Dead 1.
Another thing we're super
It
proud
is
of
insane
is our
how much
exploration
how
system.
much time I
So
wasted
we've sort
playing
of done
cards.
away with the walk of shame in adventure games. So if you miss a clue, instead of sort of slowly traipsing to the other end of the island, you're just going to tap the shoulder button on your controller or select a screen span arrow to move almost instantaneously across a space. It allows us to lay the
Never get
story
into
down
Gwent.
away
Now
from
that
linear
was too
paths,
much for
more
my little
organically.
brain. I was not able for that.
Saltsea Chronicles doesn't tell a story about a hero. It's a story about a community and how you navigate the world together. And each community that you meet in turn is going to be rich and amusing and strange, maybe, and have its own things going on. There's also a strong sense of genre-based storytelling too. So while you might be new to the world of Saltsea, you'll know that you're in a Scooby-Doo chapter or a Romeo and Juliet chapter or a detective one. There are plenty of laughs, but tough choices and meaningful moments too. Our writer's room of award-winning storytellers have done an incredible job. We're so delighted to share Saltsea Chronicles with you all today, and I can't wait for you to explore the rich world, get to know the wonderful characters, and to hear what paths you chart when you play.
Coming soon.
All right,
PlayStation,
this
Nintendo,
next
PC.
game, Sorry. Tim keeps texting. Let's see. Oh, Tim wants me to read something. Apologies, but this seems important. The thing I love most about Day of the Devs, says Tim, as me as Tim, I don't know, is getting to know all these amazing game developers. I love hearing them describe their games and their creative process, but I wish I could hear more. I wish I could be a fly on the wall, eavesdropping all their private conversations, all their ups and downs, their triumphs and tribulations, while making a real video game over the course of 7 years. Too bad there's no way to do it. Or is there? This is actually pretty cool. Two Player Productions was embedded with Double Fine for the course of 7 years while they were making Psychonauts 2.
I
and
really
made
want
a
to watch
super
this. I haven't gotten around to it yet. I know it
documentary
seems so
series,
long.
unlike anything you've ever seen in games. All the intimacy, all the tears, the outrage and joys, and all the things that happen in game development
I
that
never watched
never really
the
gets documented because
the one they
who has
did
access
about
like this?
Broken
So
Age.
here's
I
very
have not
quick
watched
sneak
any
peek
of these
at their
documentaries about
incredibly
Double
long
Fine.
series. We highly encourage you to watch this thing.
But I should really
it's
watch the
amazing.
Psychonauts one because I fucking loved Psychonauts 2.
So what's next?
Psychonauts 2. To get to the dollar amount we're talking about, it's probably going to take financing from a lot of different avenues. Whenever Grasslands is going to start, Tim's just going to start taking our people.
So there's a ton of stuff going on right now. It's kind of breaking me. But you know, it's fun. It'll be really rewarding when it's done.
Hopefully you get a chance to work on a Psychonauts game in the near future. Thank you for helping us bring back Psychonauts. Thank you.
3, 2, 1.
I think I should really start that soon. I'll skip
To
the Broken
submit
Age
your
one. I've
game
heard it's
for
great, but I
future
also
Day
haven't
of the
played that
Devs,
game. So
Or to just hear about Day of the Devs in general, go to dayofthedevs.com for more info.
Thank you to all the incredible sponsors.
That was
have been
great.
With us since
It
the
looks like they're
very
wrapping up.
Beginnings of Day of the
That
Devs.
was a
We're going on
fantastic
11
hour
years.
of reviews.
We
It
could
really
not pay
was.
for any of this without these sponsors. They donate
Give it
to
up to
us.
sponsors.
Ask for nothing in return except a showcase of incredible games from indie devs all around the world. So please applause for all the cool logos on the screen. We appreciate you. We couldn't do this without you. Thank you. Thank you again to the incomparable Dose One. He's been supplying the beats for all the transitions between all these amazing games.
Right, so the
ever
presentation,
since
you
we
know,
started
the
doing
graphics
these
and the
digital
music, yeah.
showcases for Day of the Devs. Thank you again. You're a hero amongst heroes. Go check out his music. It's amazing. Hell, Dose One is incredible. Thank you for watching Day of the Devs yet again. If you're looking for more information or you just want to subscribe to the coolest newsletter in all the land, go to dayofthedevs.com. The URL on your screen. Follow us on social media. We got more coming up this year. Thank you to our friend Jeff Keighley. The Summer Game Fest showcase was amazing. We're so happy to be a part of Summer Game Fest for these last many years. Definitely stick around. We're not completely done yet. We have a musical performance featuring the sounds of New Caledonia, thanks to our friends who made the game Chia. It's worth it. It's really f***ing cool. Happening right now.
Not on this stream. Alrighty. I have not played Chia yet because I haven't had PlayStation Plus. And I'm waiting for it to come out on Steam because I want to play it on Steam Deck. Not out yet. I'm just gonna bite the bullet and play it on PS5. Anyway, I'm not gonna keep you guys any longer because we've been going quite late here. Holy shit, I absolutely stink because it's still like 20 degrees or thereabouts in this room. Thank you for hanging around late. It's like an hour overtime compared to what I usually do. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you all chatters, newcomers, and Matthew again for the raid. Appreciate it. But yeah, thanks everyone for sticking with me late here. I'm really tired as well. That was a lot of fun. I think despite falling off in the second hour, I thought the KEIGHLEY thing was still overall good. And that Day of the Devs way overachieved. I was not planning to watch it because I didn't expect them to go so hard on reveals, but that was great. I'm gonna wrap up there because we are running super late. Thank you for watching. If you are watching on YouTube, the rest of the Summer Games Fest stuff will be covered on Twitch. So if you want to be there live, you want to chat, you want to come and have an owl chinwag with us and share your thoughts on the games as they come in, do pop by twitch.tv/barryled. My schedule is updated. It'll have the time zones. Your relevant time zone will be displayed. You check out my schedule on the Twitch page, and I hope to see you all there live. All right, everyone. It's late. Go to bed. Wishlist some games, and I will see you next week for Ultimate Spider-Man. New playthrough starting next week. Wait, no, I'm going to see you before then. I'm going to see you for the the Xbox showcase on Sunday. I don't even know my own fucking schedule. Xbox, Starfield. Get hyped. I'll see you all on Sunday. Good night, everyone.